When it comes to sports in January, nobody stacks up to ESPN. Tune in the new year with ESPN.
When it's halftime at the Super Bowl, the hits don't stop. The Lay's Super Bowl halftime show starring Michael Jackson, January 31st.
It takes strength to go climbing 7 days a week.
The sun upon my skin, like a rock. Hard against the wind, like a rock.
That's why one compact pickup powers you with the biggest full-size V6 engine you can get. Only Chevy S10 Tahoe 4x4. Chevrolet, the most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road.
What do you get at McDonald's today? You get value in my restaurant. I mean, with 5 burgers each under $1, we're trying to give people a break every day.
You get new tastes. Come on. You're talking bacon, cheese, and barbecue sauce. You're talking classic Big Mac flavor in a Mac Jr. You just don't get that anywhere else.
You get us, and we make sure that what you want is what you get at McDonald's today and every day, guaranteed.
Presenting the RCA 52-inch projection screen home theater. It's bigger and brighter than almost anything out there.
You can't hang on to old victories, or you'll never do better. This stuff is not the old way. It gives me soft, manageable hair without a lot of fuss.
Pert Plus, great hair, no fuss.
Need a little more room in your jeans? Try Relax Fit Jeans from Lee.
Is this all you'll squeeze out of your next vacation? This year, take home a Club Med vacation. They're Club Med villages for families, couples, and singles.
Both Visa and American Express Gold cards can get you to La Roche-Guyon, one of the prettiest towns in France. But should something go wrong here, only Visa Gold can get you out.
You had to come to France, right?
Don't start, Marty.
Because La Roche-Guyon's only towing service...
No, we're not getting a tow truck. I can get this out.
...doesn't take American Express.
Oui?
Visa Gold, delivering what really matters.
Jamal's France.
Honey, that means I eat France.
Oh.
It's everywhere you want to be.
Hey, Jubilee. Beautiful morning, huh?
Yeah, morning ain't my time, Bert.
Oh, Daddy. Give me a glass of energy for my pal here.
Energy? Well, that's just orange juice.
No, this is 100% pure Florida orange juice. Get your feet and keep it going. It's got minerals. It's loaded with vitamin C, and it's energy, Jimmy Lee. Natural and delicious.
I'm feeling that get up and go already.
Well, then goes, huh? 100% pure Florida orange juice. It'll get you on your feet.
You got him going all right.
Now at Red Lobster, our classic event, Lobster Fest. Classic feasts with grilled lobster, rock lobster, and more. Lobster Fest, now at Red Lobster.
It only happens once a year. It's Color Tile's bigger, better clearance sale with savings up to 75%. DuPont Stainmaster Carpet, $9.99 install. Ceramic tile up to 50% off. Vinyl tile and sheet vinyl up to 50% off. Mini blinds up to 75% off. Wood floors up to 50% off. And wall covering $2.99 rock bottom. With prices this low, everything's going fast. Color Tile's bigger, better clearance sale. Only once a year. Hurry, it all ends Monday.
New family members mean new responsibilities and new needs for life and health insurance protection. Why not drop in on your MetLife representative to help you figure out what's right for you and your family? Get Met. It pays.
Here it is, America's first choice for sports excitement, ESPN. In addition to great sports entertainment, ESPN's information programs keep you in touch with the latest sports news. Don't miss our season-long coverage of Major League Baseball. The greatest sports America has to offer keeps you tuned in to ESPN, like NCAA basketball. Hold on, the hits keep coming. ESPN, the Total Sports Network.
This is ESPN, the Total Sports Network.
up on Primetime, the young-led 49ers tried to move ahead of the young Dallas Cowboys. Would youth be served? Would experience stand tall? Would the field stand up? After a 2-week layoff, Jim Kelly tried to be a hero rather than let Dan Marino dart the Dolphins down the field. The Buffalo D decided to pay the bills for a third straight Super Bowl berth. A pair of ducats to Pasadena on Primetime next. Soggy Candlestick Park. Could the Cowboys jump past the Niners as the Niners did past Dallas 11 years ago with the catch? Earlier, Joe Robbie Stadium. Would it be Buffalo or would it be a rare Super Bowl shot for Dan Marino? Hello once again, everybody. I'm Chris Berman, and welcome to ESPN's Championship Day Primetime, the best day in football. Well, it certainly was. Wasn't it? It was an interesting day. Joe Theismann, Tom Jackson with me as we now know who is going to Pasadena, along with us, of course. Right. It's good to have some company, isn't it? All right, let's start with the AFC. The first game today, played in sunny Florida. But could the Bills follow suit? Well, Joe Robbie Stadium packed to see if the Dolphins would make the big step. Jim Kelly instead of Frank Reich. You know it's Dan Marino for Miami. First possession for the Dolphins. Marino steps up, zips to Tony Martin, but he gets stripped by the football by Nate Odoms, who makes the recovery. The turnovers, and Buffalo is in business at the 25-yard line. Next play, Kelly. No, but it's J.B. Brown who be a pain for Jim Kelly, stepping in front of Andre Reed for the pick, and he brings it out to the 35-yard line. Joe?
J.B. drawing a beeline on Jim Kelly's eyeballs. When you watch this, he's looking all the way into the backfield. Ball's a little bit underthrown, knew he had it all the way.
Don Shula's offense was not very sharp today. It certainly made the Chargers pay last week. But despite the time, Mark Clayton can't come down with it at the 8-yard line. Looked like he would have had 6 had he held onto the ball. Needs those isotoner gloves. Another missed opportunity later. Tony Martin! No, we can't pull in Marino's bomb. Walt Torres defense. Last 2.5 games, been a different story. Bruce Smith first beat Sims. Sacks Marino. It's a feather. And the veteran Darryl Talley falls on it, Tommy.
You see the quickness here of Bruce Smith. He lines up inside over Keith Sims, gives him the good outside move, gets by him, and applies the heat. Talley with a nice recovery of the fumble.
So Bruce Smith and Darryl Talley involved. You knew who's coming next, number 97. From the outside, Cornelius Bennett steps up, makes the sack of Marino. Second quarter, Phil Lookma, no Hansen, the tip, and the interception.
This is great individual effort by Hansen here. He gets up in the line of sight of Marino, bats the ball in the air, and look at the concentration as he pulls it in for an INT.
The Pro Bowler on special teams, Steve, a Tasker, blocks the punt by Reggie Roby. So again, the Bills, the story of the first half, great field position, Joe.
The block is great, but watch the move he puts on Cox. See the little fake, how he dips the shoulder and then lays out? This man knows exactly what he's doing. Knows he has it blocked, gets up, gives the safe signal.
More problems for the Dolphins. After a field goal, the kickoff, Aaron Craver boots it about 20 yards. A great play by Craver allowed him to recover the football, but still not careful with the ball. Marv Levy's offense well crafted today. Short passes to both Thurman Thomas and Kenneth Davis. The screen from Kelly to Thermal. House Ballard with a big block, 19-yard pickup. If it wasn't to Thermal, it was to KD, Kenneth Davis. The little flare to Davis, good for 13 yards and a first down. 2 plays later, Kelly to Thomas. Jim Richer and company with the block. It's a touchdown. Buffalo leads it 10-3.
A couple of things happened during this screen pass. The first thing we're going to see here is Reed go in motion, take his guy out of the area. Then once you get the screen, you want to form a triangle around the receiver, the ball carrier. That means somebody has to come up from the outside. Brian Cox can't get past the 2 blockers, allows Thurman to get outside. Then you get the great downfield block by Lawson on the goal line to allow him to get in.
At this stage, it's 13-3 for Marv Levy. And Jim Kelly, who says his knee was bothering him, the rollout. Andre Reed, it's a touchdown, but holding on the play. They miss a field goal. Don Shula's squad lucky to be this close. Shula nervous as Kelly looking for BB, but once or twice, Jim will overthrow and Louis Oliver makes the pick. 13-3, Bills at the half. Could have been 27-3. Second half kickoff. And the Dolphins think they're in business. But ex-Miami Dolphin Mike Williams hits the hole, and Mark Pike strips him of the football. Carwell Gardner from
Louisville
recovers for the Buffalo Bills. Bills try to take advantage. Up the middle, Thurman Thomas, but it's about Marco Polo. Marco Coleman makes the hit, but then loses the ball, and Don Beebe recovers.
This is a good job here of Louis Oliver stripping the ball. Coleman makes the nice pickup for a defensive lineman. Trying to make too much happen, though. Tries to get up and run with the football, fumbles it. Bills recovery should have just stayed on it.
Well, it really cost him, Tommy, because just 3 plays later, Kenneth Davis watched the burst of speed. Zip at the 3-yard line into the end zone. It's 20-3, Buffalo. For Thomas and Davis, wow. $166 for Thermal, $113 for KD. That's almost 300 yards combined. As for Steve Christie, the young man from outside of Toronto, Canada, he didn't hit 1, 2, 3, 4. He hit 5 field goals. Lightning striking again and again and again. Ties a postseason record held by Matt Barr and Chuck Nelson. Marino tries a drive from the shotgun. Buffalo laying back in coverage. Your basic prevent D. There's the big play they were looking for from Tony Martin, 34 yards. Then, Nelly. Keith Jackson down inside the 12. But then, Marino looks to Bobby Humphrey. Clifford Hicks in his hot licks. Another turnover forced by the Buffalo Bills defense. And he returns it up near midfield. For Dan Marino, 22 of 45, under 50%. Hey, only one team has gone to 3 straight Super Bowls before these Bills. The Dolphins of Shula in 71, 72, 73. It was no question today at Joe Robbie Stadium. The Cards are wild in the AFC. The Bills are moving to the Super Bowl, beating the Dolphins 29-10. Jim Kelly, very careful with the ball except for the one overthrow. And afterwards, after the controversy, was this maybe his best win ever?
This is probably, without a doubt, the sweetest victory I've ever been associated with because, like I said, it's almost like at the beginning of the week I should apologize for everybody for feeling good. And then I said to myself, hey, just do what you're capable of doing. Don't try to do it all yourself. And without a doubt, this is one. It's one sweet victory, and this one is going to go down in my mind forever.
I think the key to today is that we went into this ball game wanting to contain Dan Marino. We wanted to make sure that he didn't have the opportunity to step up in the pocket. Marino is a pure pocket passer. He likes to step up into the pocket to avoid the rush. So I think the fact that we were able to keep him from stepping up, that had a great impact on the game.
I talked about that being the key to the game coming in, that you can't turn the ball over against Buffalo. When we beat them in Buffalo, they turned the ball over to us a lot. That's the reason why we won. And today, the reason why they won is because, we were giving them the ball on our side of the field all day.
There was no rattling at the beginning of the game. This team just made mistakes in the fumbles and things started rolling against you. Football's a game, momentum, peaks and valleys, and what happened was we fell down in the valley and never could get out of it.
So the Bills are back. And if you look at the 3 AFC title games the last 3 years, boy, this is a game that they own. Today they beat the Dolphins, of course, 29-10, giving up 1 touchdown. Last year they beat the Denver Broncos 10-7, giving up 1 touchdown. You had to be an idiot to think that the Raiders were going to beat them in 1990. That was 51-3. Obviously, 2 touchdowns in the 3 games, 90-20 in the AFC title game. Now it's the Super Bowl that they want. That's been a different story. Will it be a different story in the NFC when the new kids on the block, the Cowboys, try to flip their way in over the 49ers? We'll go out to the Soggy Bay in just a jiffy.
.185 horsepower V6. The feeling it gives you on the open road. The 1993 Toyota Camry.
I'll be home soon. Just unwinding.
Few cars actually move you. This Camry just may be one.
A dozen of the Argyle socks and the striped shirt.
I admire a guy who knows what he wants.
I'll take the polka dot tie as well.
Not the way I would go, but a bold choice. This guy's a doer.
Here you go.
We prefer this one. What? You pick the clothes, he picks the card? Who's doing the preferring around here? Stick with the American Express card. No interest, no revolving debt.
I prefer this one. And I prefer that tie.
Now that's more like it. The American Express card. Don't leave home without it.
Why did Hertz invent #1 Club Gold service? To beat the rush hour. See, every plane and everybody seems to land at once. But with Gold service, there's no stopping at the counters and no paperwork. Instead, you go nonstop to your waiting car with your name in lights. Only Hertz has #1 Club Gold. The best reason yet why Hertz beats the rush hour. To Hertz, the rest of the day is a piece of cake.
My ultimate ESPN SportsCenter highlight goes like this. Loose ball in the end zone. Fall on it, no chance. My feet are light, and I've got the moves. At the 50, I see Myers. Not now, Chris. I'm a busy man. And as I cross the goal line, I laugh, knowing my agent has just cut a deal for my very own fitness video. Yeah, that's my SportsCenter highlight.
All of us who follow football have been waiting for in the NFC the best against the best. 14-2 San Francisco, 13-3 Dallas. #1 offense against #1 defense. Numbers 1 and 2 scoring offenses in football. 6 Pro Bowlers on each of the Niners and Cowboys offensive units. A classic matchup played on a brand new field in what we call a Toma party. George was working hard on the field. Toma, Toma, Toma. The nitty-gritty dirt men. They did their job. The fielded soggy candlestick held up. Could Steve Young do his job? Third play of the game. Beats the blitz. They send 2 backers. It's complete to Jerry Rice. And he could go all the way. But it's another Jerry. Jerry Markbright holding San Francisco.
Yeah, the call was made here on Guy McIntyre as he got his arm around Russell Maryland right there. He let it go, but evidently not quick enough.
The Cowboys to punt. Alan Brandt tries to field the punt. It's a fumble and Dallas recovers. Dixon Edwards makes the hit. Darrell Johnston, nice one-handed recovery. Next play, Troy Aikman playing his biggest game in his professional career. Down to Michael Irvin at the 2. The 49ers held on a great goal line stand, 3-0 Dallas. George Seifert knows his club is in for a tough day. Ricky Running Waters. Look at the cuts and the slashes that he makes for 16 yards.
Normally he follows Tom Rathman. This time Rathman goes up inside. Waters just cuts it out to the left side. Does a little shaker. Slides out.
And in the first quarter, Joe, it was the Niners offensive line. Let me look at Steve Young way into the end zone. Niners offensive line doing the job. 7-3 San Francisco. But Jimmy Johnson's #1 ranked defense gets going. Russell Maryland, what speed they have. Decapitates Steve Young. Then the Niners ball. Ricky Waters, a nice run, but it's a fumble. And Kevin Smith picks it up, and he could go down to the 25-yard line before he's knocked out of bounds. Waters very upset, and Tom Rathman trying to calm the youngster down. Cowboys make this turnover pay. Why is it every touch that Emmitt Smith gets, no one ever touches him? 10-7, Joe looking on, the team behind. Niners get the ball at their own 39-yard line. Steve Young to Jerry Rice at the 26-yard gain. Great catch by Rice as he beats Larry Brown, sets up a Coper field goal. 10-10 at the half. Take a drink. We're expecting a great second half. And what a great second half it was for Emmitt Smith. Look at the way he runs, and look at the play by Harper, Joe.
This is just a fabulous job by Alvin Harper using his athletic ability. Look at it, goes up, takes it away, makes the play. Unbelievable.
Then that sets up Darrell Johnston. The penalty was on the Niners. They don't stop even though there was contact made. Dallas alertly keeps running. They lead at 17-10. Now at 17-13, Emmitt Smith. The spin move, a gain of 16. Same drive, fourth quarter. Aikman to Smith again. Now again, Tommy. Someone did get a hand on him there. It's a touchdown, 24-13.
Just slightly. He was inside the 5-yard line before he was touched. But the thing to watch here, look at the block by Michael Irvin right there at about the 5 that springs him on into the end zone.
So now the Niners down by 11. Steve Young looking for some magic. Avoids the rush. but a left to the face and a right to the jaw. It's Ken Norton Jr. They're not going to get up, Tom. It's trouble. Later in the drive, 4th and 1 at the 7. Oh, a gamble up by 11 points. Emmitt Smith is stopped. So the Niners down by 11 in the shadow of their own goalpost. To Ricky Waters is the swing pass for 16. Young to Mike Sherrard. Tries to make a play on the inside. Dallas reads it. It's 15 yards. Young escapes the rush to the tight end Brent Jones for 17 yards. Then Young to Jerry Rice. Yes, it's that end zone. The different corner, though. 24-20. Would the Niners mount a comeback? 13 postseason TD catches for Jerry Rice, an NFL record. But what the Niners need is the ball. And what got the slant Aikman to Harper, Joe, in this situation up 4?
Just gives you an idea of the way Jimmy Johnson loves to coach. He's not going to sit back and sit on anything. He sets in the pocket, fires it to Harper.
Then, under 4 minutes, 3rd and goal, the touchdown to Kelvin Martin. They missed the extra point, and it's 30-20 Martin in, Tom.
Yeah, he snuck just close enough to get to the goal line. You break the front of that plane, the front of the goal line.
A hot foot for Jimmy Johnson. A lead foot for Ricky Waters. Joe Montana. Could this be the last we see of him in the Niners? Charles Haley was a Niner. He's going to the Super Bowl. How about them Cowboys? Dallas beats San Francisco 30-20. Just moving on like a steamroller despite the over 300-yard day for Steve Young. Aikman was simply fantastic. He threw for 322 yards. But the big couple of plays by the Dallas D, and afterwards, our own Mark Schwartz talked with Ken Norton Jr.
Thanks, Chris. You know, his dad used to get all the pub, but now there's some for Ken Norton Jr. Big interception and big win for Dallas.
Definitely, we defensively, we knew we had to come out and make turnovers today. We felt we got a few key turnovers. We felt we hold down the offense. We punch the ball to our offense and they score. And we coming in on the road, bad turf and all. We control this game. You know, we're the best team in the league right now.
You know, I was kind of nervous on the sideline. I saw him go in the end zone and score a touchdown. I was like, oh, man, they're going to come back and beat us, man. But then, you know, we came back and made that gutsy call. We got a seam post on him, and I took it for about 75, and it was just history from there.
What a big play and gutsy call. We said that Dallas came on as the game wore on. First half and third downs, just 1 of 5. But in the second half, 5 of 7. The type of plays an experienced team makes, not the youngest team in the National Football League. And as we all have speculated all week, as the catch was the breakthrough game for San Francisco against Dallas 11 years ago, this is the breakthrough game for these Dallas Cowboys. They're going to be around for a long time. And what confidence, guys, they played with.
I thought the great thing about that, Chris, was the fact that they just were not going to sit back and wait on anything. It's not Jimmy Johnson's style to sit back. And you looked at the unsung heroes of this game. The guys you maybe didn't quite expect to come up as big really did. Kelvin Martin, Darryl Johnston, of course, Alvin Harper with that big catch and run at the end. I think everybody laid it on the line. Whether you were a big star or not such a big star, but a rising one, you played a great game today if you were a Cowboy.
Yeah, and a couple of guys, Joe, that they thought would come up big. Troy Aikman and Emmitt Smith. Troy Aikman with a 300-plus yard day, a couple of TDs, 24-34. Very careful with the football today. Emmitt Smith, we said 100 yards would do it. He got 114. And, Chris, the poise that they showed in the beginning of that game, again, we said they're going to have to take a couple of knockout shots. How will they handle it? They handled it pretty well.
Well, they could have been down 7-0 very early, but the holding penalty. In the first quarter, we thought that the Niners controlled both sides of the line of scrimmage. By the second quarter, it was about a standoff. By the third and fourth quarters, it leaned Dallas's way. Youth, and speed. In that order, I think, the Department of Redundancy department with the youth. And so now, the Dallas Cowboys, a record 6 Super Bowl appearance, their first in 78, and the Buffalo Bills, 3 straight Super Bowl appearances. The Bills have tried the Giants and the Skins in the NFC East. That didn't work. They'll try the Dallas Cowboys this time. The Cowboys installed at about a 7-point favorite. Kickoff a fortnight from this evening at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, site of so many great games. This one shall be intriguing. They're the Dallas Cowboys. There is no question that they have left their mark in San Francisco. And now, Jimmy Johnson has a rare opportunity to join the legendary PB, Paul Brown, as the only coach to win a national championship, as Johnson has done with Miami and PB did with Ohio State, and an NFL title, as Paul Brown did it 3 times in the 50s, courtesy of our man Beano Cook. PBJJ could be primetime players.
Kelly, no, it's a run. Kenneth Davis for the corner flag. He dives, touchdown. The Bills have scored. The Bills have scored.
It's just unbelievable what's about to happen here.
We're almost at 10 million.
This place is getting wild.
We're just about ready to hit our 10 millionth friends and family member.
Now Friends and Family gets even better. When you join MCI in Friends and Family, you'll get a month of free long distance. With friends around the world, you'll get the lowest priced international calls to 2 numbers virtually anywhere. And you'll save up to 50% on holidays throughout the year. MCI and Friends and Family. There's never been a better time to join.
People that first come to Subway are a little surprised we don't have sandwiches ready, just fresh bread. That's so you can see your sandwich being made and tell me if you like onions, tomatoes, or even hot peppers. I'm not a mind reader, and there's lots to choose from. If your sandwich looks as good as it tastes, that's because Subway has a training center where experts like Mr. Pilchin teaches the art of making beautiful sandwiches. He calls himself an art teacher. I guess that makes me a sandwich artist.
Ask a sandwich artist to make you a 6-inch meatball sub. Now just $1.69 at Subway.
This is ESPN, the Total Sports Network.
Come fly the airline that spans more than half the world. United. Come fly the friendly skies.
For the Clinton Giants of the Midwest Baseball League, you will see the plays of the week.
My fellow citizens, today we celebrate the...
It's time for our question and answer segment with President Clinton. Mr. President, what must we do to improve the plays?
We have to work together and move forward together.
Bush with the steal for the Bonnies. Vanderpool with Brunson. More!
Stripped by Mullen. He makes up for it. Punches the ball ahead for Hardaway, who finds Sprewell.
You have raised your voices in an unmistakable chorus.
But we was, we're so gallantly streaming, and the Rockets, red flag.
Sorry, national anthem. President Clinton, what do you think of these plays?
There are people who want to do better.
Final rush up. Yager takes the lead pass. Zigzag around a man coming to the net. In on goal. Is back in front. Stevens shoots and scores.
Now Weber gets it back 2-on-1 behind the back and slams.
Come on. Great.
Mr. President, in those desperate and last-second situations, what do we do?
We must answer the call.
Does not finish it off. And Rivers fires.
Mr. President, what do our athletes have to do to make better plays?
Maneuver for position and worry endlessly about who is in and who is out, who is up.
3-on-1. Hancock! Wow!
And who is down.
Finally, sir, do you have any messages for the Plays of the Week staff and viewers?
Thank you, and God bless you all.
And may you achieve all your goals, sir. As President Truman once said, the puck stops here.
Plays of the Week is delivered by Federal Express. For documents, packages, and freight worldwide, our most important package is yours.
You're sure no one else has this?
No way, Chief. It's the next big thing from Japan.
Yeah, we found it first.
We ordered 50,000 of them from Tokyo.
They'll be here in a week.
A week?
A week.
And no one could get it here faster.
Santa couldn't get them here faster.
Federal Express can, with Express Freighter, the only way to get shipments from around the world sent overnight to you by 10:30 the next morning.
By this time next week, everybody in the company's going to know our name. Santa couldn't get them here faster.
Express Freighter. If you don't use it, your competition will.
This could be the biggest shot of Jeff Sluman's career.
What do you think? I think you're right. Diet Dr. Pepper does taste more like regular Dr. Pepper.
Diet Dr. Pepper. The taste you've been looking for.
At John Nuveen & Company, we know the best resolutions are the ones you can keep. Ask your financial advisor how you can increase your spendable income with Nuveen tax-free investments. Or simply call this number.
Ever since Mitsubishi began building automobiles over 75 years ago, the diamond has been used as the unbending guiding principle of Mitsubishi quality. The name Mitsubishi means 3 diamonds. And for its diamond anniversary, Mitsubishi created the Diamante, a luxury performance sedan that is brilliant in every facet. The Diamante from Mitsubishi. Lease a 93 Diamante ES, just $299 a month.
Domino's presents something for nothing. Now you get free Domino's Twisty Bread and our free salad when you order any large pizza with 1 or more toppings.
Something for nothing. Really something when you call Domino's. All right, let's go. Let's go. Da-da-da.
Come fly the airline that spans more than half the world. United. Come fly the friendly skies.
Nobody is tougher than the Bills' battered Bruce Smith. Not even the heavyweight champion father of the Cowboys, Ken Norton. Will victory fall into the hands of the Cowboys today? Or will the Bills not be let down this time?
The Sports Reporters with Dick Chapp.
Good morning again, and welcome to this special Super Bowl edition of the Sports Reporters. From poolside in Los Angeles, we're going to discuss the Dallas Cowboys and the Buffalo Bills with a Texan, a New Yorker, and an impartial Midwesterner. Skip Bayless, who publishes The Insider, a Dallas newsletter devoted primarily to the Cowboys. Mike Lupica of the New York Daily News, which this week considers Buffalo one of its suburbs. And Mitch Albom of the Detroit Free Press, which actually is closer to Buffalo than New York City is. But enough geography. Gentlemen, the pressing question, the punch that Magic Johnson's bodyguard delivered the other night to Darryl Talley, was that the same punch with which Muhammad Ali hit Sonny Liston in Lewiston, Maine?
Now, wait a second. There's a lot of debate this week. Marv Levy, who I think with the Bills broke the Super Bowl record for paranoia this week, denies that anything happened. And listen, I've been around the Cowboys. I stayed at their hotel all week, and they all saw it happen. Now, you can knock them for all being at the same.
There was even a coach on Buffalo who said they weren't in a bar. I mean, they all said they were in the bar.
What's your version, Michael?
Well, you know, it's amazing what you can still find out with good, hard-nosed investigative reporting. I asked my friend Hank Goldberg from Miami, who talked to the owner of the place, and he said that Darryl Talley ran into the famous Anthony. We don't actually have a last name yet, and words were exchanged, and Anthony hit him with a backhand, and Darryl said, God, look at the time.
This is Mr. A.
Yeah.
But this is how we're scraping for news this week. This has been sort of the lead story. Is it possible it was the same guys who beat up Steinbrenner in the elevator?
Well, that was my, Los Angeles Phantom Punch, Steinbrenner.
It's no worse scraping than the year that Jim McMahon pulled his pants down and mooned a helicopter, and we were all talking about that for 3 days. It's what happens when you show up for 6 days and there's nothing going on.
In the old days, if guys were going to misbehave, they used to do it with a little style. You know, Max McGee before the first Super Bowl kissing the blonde goodbye on the steps of the Ambassador Hotel at 8 o'clock in the morning and then going out and catching passes. I think Namath probably missed a couple of curfews.
So Namath actually went to sleep the night before the game.
No, I just talking about the week before the game. I mean, I think he probably misbehaved somewhat. But these guys now it's just a guy named Anthony backhanding in a bar.
And the second biggest story is that there were some students leaning out dormitory windows watching practice. Did they get any secrets from the Cowboys?
No, that's from Buffalo again, breaking the record for paranoia. And
wait a minute.
Yes.
Well, your guy,
yes.
Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah, he banned
Did he make Leroy Jordan leave practice?
Jerry Jones, the owner, backed them out, and it was some friends of Jerry's and Leroy, who's been a big follower of the Jimmy Johnson regime. They were getting into, to quote Jones, some sensitive areas, putting in.
But the explanation I thought was great by Johnson. He said, first thing that happens, some guy sees you practice, and he talks to some guy, who talks to some guy, who talks to another guy, who tells another guy, and the next thing you know, the other team knows exactly what you're doing. I always worry about that in a big football game.
The only thing that we didn't have this week was like Joey Buttafuoco, involved in.
Hey, you just wanted to say that.
Still a few hours before the game. But not again. I just want a calm week of practice. He's got to be uptight. I mean, let's face it, the pressure's on this guy. There's no pressure on Johnson.
It's so weird. The pressure is actually on the underdog. We'll talk more about that after we take this break.
Another good hair week, too, for Jimmy.
Oh, great hair
in a long lineup.
A perfect hair week.
Sure.
Imagine for a moment a performance car. One with a 4-cam, 32-valve, 250 horsepower V8. Any names come to mind?
All his fame couldn't buy happiness.
Let me direct the next one.
All his success couldn't hide the scandal.
Did you have sexual relations with Mr. Chaplin?
And the only thing he really wanted
Charlie!
was a woman he could never have.
Is this what you want?
Robert Downey Jr. in a Richard Attenborough film. Chaplin, rated PG-13, starts Friday at a theater near you.
Bud Light, please. Tonight's ladies' night, and there's a special on Bud Light.
Oh, really?
If you want great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
Oh no, it's Ted from accounting.
We are back in Los Angeles talking Super Bowl, and two Super Bowl winners, Chuck Noll and Bill Walsh, were inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, or were elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame this weekend, but neither of them ever did what Jimmy Johnson has a chance to do, win a national championship in college and in pros. When you first met Jimmy Johnson, when he first came to Dallas, what was your reaction, Skip?
I was stunned at how irreverent he was toward Tom Landry. He just was oblivious to it, didn't want to talk about Tom Landry, and that's the only way to follow a legend. Now, people are now saying, well, is this a Dallas dynasty? Will they dominate the 90s the way the 49ers did the 80s? I say no. People underestimate. Jimmy was on his best behavior this week, and I think wowed you guys with his press conferences. He's a very volatile man, and I think the personalities involved in this organization are much more volatile than the old Cowboys, and it could come apart maybe even in a year or two, which is why they better seize the day today.
He did say something I found actually interesting during the press conferences, some of the secrets of his coaching. Number one, he said, I treat every player differently. Now, I often hear coaches say, I treat every player the same. Chuck Daly had that same philosophy with the Pistons. Every guy needs a certain amount of coddling, a certain amount of pushing. He also said, did Johnson, I pay attention to the guys who perform, and I ignore the guys who don't. And it's that whole thing back in college. You want to get the coach's attention. You want him to like you. You want him to be on your side. He also said, I go after team speed. I don't worry about statistics, bench pressing, things like that, which I thought was intelligent. And he said he builds from the defensive line and the quarterbacks, which is also an intelligent thing. So this is not a guy who just walked in and said, Jimmy Johnson's here. This guy had a plan. And I admire that plan.
He did say quickness more than speed, actually. But I mean, it was the old Lombardi thing when his players said he treats us all the same like dogs. Yeah. But it wasn't true. He treated them all differently.
The thing I like about the Cowboys is there's a chance here that Jones and Johnson are absolutely going to beat each other's throats in about 20 minutes, no matter what happens on
15.
Sunday. Yeah, because I had a great story at the end of the regular season.
But can't Clinton settle this?
Jerry says, I never go across the white lines, but he comes very, very close sometimes. They're playing a regular season game against the Bears, and they're getting sloppy at the end, and the smoke is starting to come out of Johnson's ears. And all of a sudden he turns around, and there is Jerry Jones with this Saudi Prince Cowboys fan, and he's like introducing him around to the players in the bed. Yo, Emmett, Prince, Emmett, and Jimmy hit the roof, and nobody knew. The writers didn't know after the game why Johnson was so upset after a game that they'd won. Well, it turned out that Jerry had invaded what he considered his turf, and when this is all done, whether they win on Sunday or they win next year, Jerry and Jimmy both want to be able to say the same thing. I did it.
Yeah,
and
I think
eventually you're going to have to pry them off each other.
We were all surprised, I think, to find that out. I think the national perception was that these guys were best buddies and roommates, and they did everything together. They met after the games, had a beer, and said, let's trade this guy. That's not the way it works, apparently. In fact, I asked Johnson during the course of the week if he ever felt, if other coaches ever said to him, boy, you're lucky you get along so great with your owner. And the words were not even out of my mouth when he said, I don't use the word luck. I was one of the best college coaches in football, and if I hadn't been hired here, I would have been hired someplace else, and I'd probably be sitting here with another team. And I said, okay.
Yeah, and Jerry Jones, if you say to him, who's more the general manager, you or Jimmy, before the words are out of my mouth, he said, I am. So,
and by the way, I think he knows football. He made 2 great trades for Charles Haley and Thomas Everett, and he was the driving force behind those, and those put this team in the Super Bowl.
When you say most of the personnel decisions have been made by Jimmy.
Yeah, I would say most, and he's an excellent evaluator of talent. But don't, hey, they're here, aren't they? It worked.
Oh, I love Jones. I think he's the star owner of sports right now.
But now, what I said, if they do explode, what happens next year? They can't get rid of each other, can they?
No. Well, they could. I think Jones would just be cocky enough to get rid of Jimmy Johnson and go on.
Would Wannstedt hire him as an assistant?
There you go. Yeah, and don't underestimate how much Jimmy leans on Dave Wannstedt, who's going to take maybe 3 other assistants with him. That'll gut this very close family-like coaching staff next year.
Buddy Ryan has shown that you can go from being a head coach to being an assistant coach.
On the other hand, if you're going to say all that, you should point out, I think, that Dallas is a team that's going to spend money, and we're entering the age of free agency. And a team that's going to spend money in a market where people want to play, that'll get you national attention, is going to be able to replenish the stock a little bit faster than winning teams used to be able to do, having to rely on low draft picks.
Now, there's no question that Jerry Jones is a better football player than Wellington Mara was. Now, Mara has hired Dan Reeves. What effect is this going to have in New York?
Oh, I think Reeves is going to do fine. Despite the fact that he brought teams here and was basically in the Super Bowl for about a half. I think 1/2 of the first one against
combined
the Giants. Yeah, that's what I mean. Great. Yeah, but I just think that what the Cowboys have done, and if you're looking from the outside, this is the way you want to run your operation in sports. I think this has become, in 4 years, whether they win the big game or not, a model organization. And they streamlined it. You didn't have to have 42 guys in your scouting, and you didn't have to have a general manager, an assistant general manager. You have an owner who's daring and not afraid to take chances, and a coach who's not afraid to make deals.
And you have the Minnesota Vikings dumb enough to make that trade for Herschel Walker.
But
That's what you need.
Skip will have his book out next year about the Cowboys.
Yes.
Mitch will have his book out about the Fab Five. What's wrong with you and me? We'll talk about that over the break.
Big novel. Big
basketball
novel
after this break.
Big novel.
Still no snow, huh? I bet I can make it snow. Have you had hot cocoa? No. Well, no wonder. Come on.
Something magic always happens with Carnation Hot Cocoa.
People see light on the package, they say, well, there goes the taste. That's not the case with Jimmy Dean Light. It's got that same country goodness that you've known in Jimmy Dean sausage all along. Try it. If you don't agree, I'd like to hear from you. Taste that country goodness.
It was Best in Show at the North American International Auto Show. It has more room than the Infiniti Q45 and more horsepower than the BMW 525i. It has dual airbags and a built-in fold-down child seat. Where this car is made is not nearly as important as where it's sold. Introducing the Chrysler Concorde, the renaissance of the American car.
Honey, let's go shopping.
Not now.
Purdue is 40% off. Pass, Mark.
I'll get the car.
That's right. Look for this circular, and starting Sunday, get 40% off all Purdue chicken products. Any Weight Watchers product, get 40% off. Pepsi Diet Pepsi or Slice, get a third off a 2-liter bottle. Philips light bulbs get 20% off. For savings that count, really count, count on Pathmark, your place to really save.
Count on Pathmark.
This is ESPN, the Total Sports Network.
There are other sports going on, and in the NBA, the Chicago Bulls have lost almost as many games so far this season as they lost all of last year. In Yorktown, the team won 2 straight championships and couldn't three-peat. What's going on with the Bulls?
And I remember Chuck Daly saying that the worst month of the regular season is January, because you're too far from the beginning to be fresh and too far from the end to see the playoffs in sight. It's very hard in your third year to get up for those regular season games. Meanwhile, every town that you go to, they're marqueing it. Here come the Bulls for our one opportunity, so they're coming after you. You're disinterested. I hate to say that because people pay good money to go see basketball games, but it's true. I can't imagine the Bulls being interested in these games. They're going to lose them. They're not as deep as you would like a team to be, and that might carry you through some of these games. But I do think still when you get to the playoffs, they're going to be a team to contend. So don't have to worry about it.
Hey, whoa.
I said 3.
Dick.
And you're over on another side.
You'll all have an
Shap the
opportunity.
way I do.
You'll all have an opportunity for a parting shot after these messages.
When you're thirsty, you need a squirt. Because there's nothing like our refreshing blend of citrus flavors. Give your thirst a squirt.
Preferred stock cologne from Stetson. What preferred men prefer.
Be our guest, put our magic to the test. Bring a heart that's full of wonder and let Disney do the rest. Come to our world and be part of our family. Come be our guest. Good night, Mickey.
The Walt Disney World Resort in Florida. Call 407-WDisney.
One of the biggest successes in weight loss history just happened in the little town of Pound, Wisconsin.
I lost 15 pounds, and people say, wow, I lost 20 pounds, and I feel great.
In just 12 weeks, they lost over 2,500 pounds on the Ultra Slim Fast plan. A delicious shake for breakfast, another for lunch, and a sensible dinner.
I got more get up and go.
But I didn't even feel like I was on a diet.
Slim Fast is the only diet that ever worked for me.
Now, for a limited time, buy one and get one free. Ultra Slim Fast. Give us a week. We'll take off the weight.
Well, Dick, to paraphrase Alan Sherman, hello, Mutta, hello, Fada. Here I am doing nada. The parties have been good. Food has been great. But as far as the news this Super Bowl week, there is no news. Nothing happened. Nothing ever happens during Super Bowl week.
Michael.
It was announced this week that Howard Cosell will enter the Hall of Fame for the National Association of Sportscasters and Sports Writers. And it's about time for this organization or anyone like it. This has nothing to do with the friendship I once shared with Cosell or the bitter differences that we later had. And it really has nothing to do with the beatings he took over the years from members of this profession, living and dead. Howard Cosell goes into the Hall of Fame for all the right reasons. He was an original who came in and changed everything. In his foghorn way, he became one of the singular and unforgettable characters of the business. And on top of the things he said and the things he did, Cosell did one other thing. He put more life into the business than anyone who ever lived. I still wish he'd show up once in a while and work a Monday night. And considering the alternative today, I wish he were working Super Bowl 27.
And he'll come and take your seat here some
Probably
Sunday.
will.
Skip.
I agree, Mike. This is for Cowboy quarterback Troy Aikman. I hope you're watching right now, Troy. I know you watch this show. I heard you were watching about 3 years ago when I sat in this very same hot seat. And I said the Cowboys made a mistake, and I made a mistake here too, because I said they traded the wrong guy. They traded Steve Walsh and kept you. I said that was a mistake, and that caused a very rocky relationship between the two of us here for the last 3 years. I'm here today, same seat, to say I was wrong, Troy Aikman. Now, you've come along and had a great year this year, terrific year. You've come so far, and the point is, now, I'm going to have a little problem today if you don't seal the deal and you throw 4 interceptions, but I'm really just kidding about that, Troy, because I was wrong. You've had a great year.
Troy, I knew he was wrong.
I knew he was wrong, too.
We always liked you. The rest of us really liked you.
I loved you, Troy.
So, what do you think?
You're right. Diet Dr. Pepper does taste more like regular Dr. Pepper.
Diet Dr. Pepper. The taste you've been looking for.
I'll be right down. Oh, that's my roommate.
Hi.
Does it take you too long to find jeans that fit? Get the jeans that fit the first time. Relax Fit Jeans from Lee. When we told Nike how we could design a communications network to actually help them run better, do you know what they told us?
Introducing the new Subaru Impreza 16-valve 1.8-liter horizontally opposed engine. What's so clever about that? This. The Impreza engine configuration helps give a lower center of gravity for exceptional handling, which is why Subaru uses it. And so does the Porsche 911. The Honda Civic doesn't. Coincidence? I don't think so. The new Subaru Impreza. It's not just another new car.
Lease a new Subaru Impreza for only $159 per month.
This is ESPN, the Total Sports Network.
Brought to you by Subaru. It's what to drive.
A man who played in the first two Super Bowls for the Green Bay Packers died yesterday. His name was Ron Kostelnik, and he was a friend of mine. He may not have been the most talented of the Packers, but he was certainly one of the nicest. Kostelnik came from a little mill town in western Pennsylvania, and when he got out of high school, he had a choice of going to two colleges. He was offered scholarships at the University of Cincinnati and at local Shippensburg State. He chose Cincinnati, he told me, because he wanted to see the world. I just wish Ron could see more of the world. Stay tuned for SportsCenter, coming up with Robin Roberts.
Come fly the airline that spans more than half the world. United. Come fly the friendly skies.
Are 12-6 against the line. The team with the better overall record coming in, simply wins and losses, in this case Dallas, is 17-7 against the line. But for your Buffalo boosters, and this could be a key today, the team that stops the run better coming into this game covers more than 2/3 of the time.
Well, stopping the run against Emmett and Thurman is, I would say, a major task for both teams today. All right? Everyone's got an opinion. And I know you've teed this up pretty high. You're on.
I think this game breaks down by turnovers, Chris. I really do. I know that's an easy thing to say in the Super Bowl,
true.
But I think it breaks down by turnovers, quite frankly. And strangely, that's an area that hurts the Bills, the veteran team, not the kid team, the Dallas Cowboys. The veteran Bills, not the young Cowboys, have made the mistakes. Their hurry-up offense creates havoc for the opposition. But for the Bills, haste often makes waste. Buffalo has turned it over 35 times the last 15 games. That's an enormously high figure for a championship-level team like the Bills. Dallas, meanwhile, has coughed it up just 19 times their last 14 games. This game between seemingly even teams eventually breaks open on multiple key Buffalo turnovers. Those mistakes have led to the Bills already being drilled by 17 or more points 3 times this year. Consistent and lately nearly flawless Dallas pops this one open in the second half.
Well, you've been riding Dallas pretty good, and they have enjoyed your ride. Maybe you should be a jockey.
It is amazing, given their youth, the consistency and the flawlessness of this club.
Yes, you cannot tell that they're the youngest team in the National Football League.
No, not at all.
The way they have handled this week, it just speaks of what they're made of. All right, you're on record, Norm.
Okay.
I can't say I'm surprised.
I have a funny feeling where you're going on
this. No news here with these picks. We'll have ours on game day, though, when we return at the top of the hour at noon Eastern Time. But now let's kick it back to Robin, Beb.
Well, Beb, we already know who you're going with. We saw the Swami for 3 years in a row. You have gone with the Buffalo Bills. I like Dallas, and I'm a little frightened now that Norm has gone with them because I think a lot of what he said. But I think it's more 35-21. I know. Now I'm a little antsy, but still, I think that he's on the nose. But we know you love the Bills.
Well, look, it's my story. I'm sticking with it. I mean, I've picked them 3 years in a row. I'm sorry. That's all I know. It's a change of time zone. If they don't win here next year, they'll play it at Aloha Stadium and out in Hawaii. After that, they'll play it in Tahiti. They'll keep coming back to another time zone until they get it right. Well,
let's just hope it's a good game. We haven't seen one. Well, 2 of the last 4 have been competitive, but I think a late touchdown will push it to 14.
All right, you're on record too.
Oh, gee, I love that. We'll see you on game day at noon.
All right, Rob.
You're looking good there. Nice sun.
Thanks, babe.
All right, babe. I'm shoveling the snow for you back here, all right?
This is ESPN, the Total Sports Network.
As this game swung, like a tidal wave.
It is pandemonium. It is pandemonium. There's playoff history. This football team is going to Pasadena, and now the Bills will count down to victory to get to Pasadena.
Edge Super Bowl matchup. It's Super Bowl 27. The Dallas Cowboys and the Buffalo Bills.
But we got crabs. Remember that. See you next week. Stay tuned.
Edge Super Bowl matchup. Brought to you by Edge Shave Gel. Ultimate closeness, ultimate comfort. That's the Edge.
How about them Cowboys?
And welcome to this special edition of Edge Super Bowl matchup. Charlie Steiner along with Allie Sherman, Ron Jaworski, Super Bowl 27. The Dallas Cowboys, the best team in the NFC without question from the midway point of the season on through the playoffs against the Buffalo Bills, have been the best team in the AFC for the past 3 years because, lo and behold, here they are again. Allie, the key question coming into this game will be the Cowboys' defensive ability to stop that hurry-up offense of the Buffalo Bills.
A major key question for Dallas, Charlie, and it's because Dave Wanstead is going to be confronted with an acid test on his defense. This guy has done the best job in the league, I think, in using specialized people for certain downs and distances, and each of those groups know exactly what they have to do. You try to do that against Buffalo, who has no huddle, and they get right out there, and they want you to dance to their rhythm and their tune, you baby. Try to get people in and match up personnel. They cannot do it. Dave is going to have to go with a select 12 or 14 people for a long time.
Chicago Bears are going to have a vested interest in the outcome of that, won't they, Ron? As far as Emmitt Smith is concerned, the key question for Buffalo is, can they contain him?
Well, that really is another key question. We've got a lot of questions. It's a good matchup, but certainly Emmitt Smith, the first time the league's leading rusher has made it to the Super Bowl, a very interesting fact. Emmitt Smith will be a key, but also, can that Buffalo defensive line stand up to the big guys up front of the Cowboys? Physically, they're big, strong, and dominant. I think Emmitt Smith will have a good day. I believe Troy Aikman will have a good game because of the guys up front.
One of the big stories coming into the game has been the Dallas Cowboy defense, ranked number 1 almost the entire season in the NFL this year. But the Dallas offense was 4th ranked on the season. We'll take a look at the Cowboy offense when Edge Super Bowl matchup comes back in just a moment.
Why get an inferior shave when you could have the best? Why choose ordinary lubrication when you could have the richest? Why settle for average protection against razor irritation when you could have the most advanced, giving you the closest shave with less irritation? Edge Gel. Ultimate closeness. Ultimate comfort. That's the edge.
Don't mind football if I'm not playing. Don't mind a tackle when my bone's paying. Don't fill me up with expectations. I got what I want, no imitations. Just get on me what the doctor, just what the doctor orders. Just give me a Dr. Pepper, we want it. Just what the doctor ordered. The taste of clean water, we love it.
Every now and then, people come across something so well thought out, so timeless, it becomes a classic. Which may explain why the Honda Accord has been the best-selling car in America for the past 3 model years.
If Basic Instinct made you hot,
You sleep in the nude?
Only when I'm naked.
Silence of the Lambs made you scream,
Look who's Mr. Scaredy Pants now.
and the Weapons series made you cheer.
Oh, just kidding.
We honestly don't care. These matches say you're lying. National Lampoon's Loaded Weapon 1.
I'm driving. I'm driving. Okay.
Rated PG-13. Starts Friday at theaters everywhere.
The Dallas Cowboys had the 4th rated offense overall in the NFL in 1992, averaging better than 25 points per game. So many weapons. Novacek, the brilliant third down receiver, Harper and Irvin, the wideouts. But Emmitt Smith, Allie, is he the key to that Dallas offense? After all, he was the leading rusher in the NFL this season.
No, he isn't the key, though, Charlie, even though he was a leading rusher. The guy who delivers the mail to those receivers you talked about, Troy Aikman, is the key. He's one of the best quarterbacks going in the NFL now. He's got one of the best structured pass offenses. And if you want to hurt Dallas and take that offense away, you have got to hurry Troy Aikman. Any good runner can be minimized in a ball game by getting 6, 7, 8 men up there. And you'll take care of your best runners in the league and minimize them. But you can't do that when you got Aikman and those receivers.
Well, let me ask the quarterback here. You going to stick up for Aikman, or what about Smith?
Well, the mailman is a terrific quarterback. There's no question of that.
Good.
But really, the engine that drives this Dallas offense is Emmitt Smith. When Walt Corey's going to look at this film and break that team down, he's going to see big plays by Harper and big plays by Irvin and great throws and great calls and all those things. But week in and week out, the thing that makes this Dallas offense work is Emmitt Smith.
And I'll put in a vote for Norv Turner, the offensive coordinator.
Oh, you got a vote now? We're voting?
Now, wait a while.
Well, one apiece here.
You get a vote, but I get a refute. Emmitt Smith's 100-yard games are all gained in the second half after the Dallas Cowboys throw a lot of passes in the first half.
No, it's because they pounded on their opponent for 30 minutes in the first half.
Allie Sherman bringing out the statistics when needed.
The game's first offensive play against the 49ers, a pass, tells us what the Cowboys' offensive philosophy is all about. You see Dallas in the I formation with Smith the deep back, and wide receivers Harper and Irvin both split to the left. Now, take a look at that 49ers defense. They're in their standard 4-down lineman and 3 linebacker alignment, and they're looking primarily for run. And take note of linebacker Bill Romanowski. He is in a defensive back position, having slid out in front of Harper. Now remember, first down is as much a passing down as it is a running down for the Cowboys. And it's whatever Dallas wants to dictate with. This is going to be a first down pass. And focus your attention on Michael Irvin. Irvin will run a sideline out at exactly 18 yards. He drives the corner back with an accelerated change of pace that only the great receivers understand and truly master. Let's take it back to the snap. And this time, concentrate on the precise timing and rhythm between Aikman and Irvin. At this point, Aikman's going to deliver the ball, knowing exactly where Irvin will be, 18 yards at the sideline. The Cowboy philosophy of pass or run on any down creates the maximum pressure on defenses and makes it easier for them to achieve consistent pass execution over 4 quarters, beginning from play 1. Now when play number 62 comes up, and now they're in a must-protect-the-lead situation, only for the other teams is throwing the football a bold and gutsy call. For the Cowboys, it is just part of their main offensive heartbeat to establish and maintain mental and physical pressure on that defense for all of the 4 quarters. This is not an offense that just works off the running of Emmitt Smith. It is an offense that's structured to build and achieve consistency in Aikman, bearing in mind that your quarterback, not the running back, produces the best percentage shot at championship offense.
With Russ Beeler's in-laws in town, he served KFC Super Value Buckets. Get 15 pieces of original recipe or a bucket full of hot wing pieces. The KFC Super Value Buckets, just $9.99 each.
We do chicken right. Man, when I get a cold, it's a killer cold. I'm not taking a 4-hour pill like Actifed. The Sudafed, it wears off too quick. I take Contact. Man, I'm out there all day. Need something that works 12 hours, and Contact works 12 hours. It relieves the congestion in your head. You know, your ruddy nose. The 4-hour medication, take it in the morning. Get to work, it's gone. Take a Contact and it'll take you through the whole day.
Contact, 12 hours of time-release maximum strength medicine.
No work, no pay.
Contact helps turn sick days into work days.
These 3 such very good friends wanted a glorious son of St. Thomas. But one evening, the tall one lost her money and her credit cards. And as soon as she mentioned Citibank Visa, no problem, I told her. Call this minute. Go on. They're open all the time. Well, she got a new card in one day. I see credit cards from all around the world. And with Citibank, it's always the same thing. No problem.
Not just Visa, Citibank Visa. Why get an inferior shave when you could have the best? Why choose ordinary lubrication when you could have the richest? Why settle for average protection against razor irritation when you could have the most advanced, giving you the closest shave with less irritation? Edge Gel. Ultimate closeness. Ultimate comfort. That's the Edge.
I tell you that this year, Edge Shave Gel is proud to sponsor the Edge NFL Man of the Year Award. Edge presents the award to the league's top citizen athlete, honoring that player for superior performance in off-the-field community service and playing excellence as well. This year's Edge NFL Man of the Year, Denver Bronco quarterback John Elway. And Edge Super Bowl matchup is back in just a minute.
At MBD, we believe that when a community puts their money into our bank, we ought to put some money and time back into the community. After all, it's not just where we do business, it's where we live.
Why do so many people shop at Value Land? Because at Value Land, it doesn't cost a bunch to get a bunch.
That's because in addition to advertised prices, you get everyday low prices, like Kraft macaroni and cheese, just 39 cents every day. Limit 2 boxes per shopping trip. That's not a sale price, but our low everyday price. At Value Land, where our name says it, our prices prove it.
Valueland Warehouse Foods. When it comes to price, we're talking low.
Ultimate ESPN SportsCenter highlight goes like this. Loose ball in the end zone. Fall on it? No chance. My feet are light, and I've got the moves. At the 50, I see Myers. Not now, Chris. I'm a busy man. And as I cross the goal line, I laugh, knowing my agent has just cut a deal for my very own fitness video. Yeah, that's my SportsCenter highlight.
You know, so much has been made about the domination of the NFC over the AFC over the past 8 Super Bowls. And all you have to do is look at the scoreboard, 297 to 125, the NFC over the AFC. But there are a lot of reasons for that. And basically it goes to the battle in the trenches, the oldest question in football. Who wins the line of scrimmage? There, it's been no contest. The domination belongs to the NFC.
The large offensive lines of the NFC have generally manhandled the smaller, swifter defensive lines of the AFC. 2 years ago, the Giants methodically ground down the Bills, controlling the ball for 40 minutes, as MVP Otis Anderson did the bulk of the grunt work. In Super Bowl 22, the Hogs opened gaping holes for a journeyman running back named Timmy Smith, who set a Super Bowl record with 204 rushing yards against an outmanned Denver defense. And the NFC's big offensive lines have not only created the holes for the running backs to run, they've also provided sufficient protection for their quarterbacks. Super Bowl 21. Phil Simms completed a Super Bowl record, 88% of his passes. The next year, Doug Williams threw for 340 yards and 4 touchdowns, winning the game's MVP honors in the process. And Joe Montana named the MVP in 3 of his 4 Super Bowl appearances. But the AFC quarterbacks, often playing catch-up, haven't had nearly the success of their NFC counterparts. John Elway's 3 Super Bowl appearances produced 3 losses by a total of 96 points. Jim Kelly threw 58 passes last year against the Redskins, which produced 28 completions, 2 touchdowns, and 4 costly interceptions. The NFC has dominated on defense as well. In fact, in the last 8 Super Bowls, the NFC representative ranked among the league's top 5 defenses that season, and they were generally anchored by surefire Hall of Famers, like Mike Singletary. The Bears caused 6 turnovers in that 46-10 romp of the Patriots. And it was Ronnie Lott who spearheaded a 49er defense that gave up an average of but 13 points in San Francisco's last 2 Super Bowl appearances. Lawrence Taylor and Pepper Johnson, giant juggernauts in Super Bowl 25, as the high-powered Bills were held to just 19 points. Control of both sides of the line of scrimmage, and some remarkable quarterback play. It's simple. The NFC's formula for success.
All right, Ryan, what is your theory as to why the NFC has really dominated the AFC?
Charlie, the game of football really hasn't changed in over 100 years. That's blocking and tackling. And the teams that block and tackle the best usually win. NFC management has made a real concerted effort to establish themselves as physical football teams, a physical football conference. And consequently, they have won more because the AFC has gone soft.
What do you think, Coach?
There's an established fact that the teams that get the championships are good teams that have good defense along with their offense. The AFC, for whatever the evolution was, never really developed good defensive clubs, and a perfect real-world example is 3 Super Bowl games of the Denver Broncos, who beat everybody in their conference and didn't know that they didn't have that good a defense. They go in there against an NFC club and couldn't get their offense going, and the NFC club not only has a good defense over these years, but they've had good offense too, and they take the game away. They blew Denver out 3 times. That's the winner of the AFC.
Up next on Edge Super Bowl matchup, the Dallas Cowboy defense ranked number 1. How will they handle the number 2 ranked offense in the NFL, the Buffalo Bills? And that, hurry up and come on back to Edge Super Bowl matchup in just a minute.
Introducing Red Lobster's 20 shrimp and more platters, like 20 shrimp with a juicy steak, 20 shrimp with fresh grilled salmon, or 20 shrimp with steaming crab legs. 20 shrimp and more, just $10.99. Tonight, only at Red Lobster.
Quick & Rally is one of the largest discount brokerages in the United States.
The telephone's the lifeblood of our business. The market moves at a moment's notice. When we have a client that wants to place an order, they don't want to get a busy signal. If we're not there when they want to do business, they'll go elsewhere.
Using percentage allocation with our 800 service, we're able to divert calls during peak demand from branch to branch throughout their network. The customers are not disrupted by getting busy signals or long hold times.
Companies like Quick & Rally switch to MCI. That's proof positive.
Introducing Red Lobster's 20 shrimp and more platters, like 20 shrimp with a juicy steak, 20 shrimp with fresh grilled salmon, or 20 shrimp with steaming crab legs. 20 shrimp and more, just $10.99. Tonight, only at Red Lobster.
Buffalo Bill offense is in many ways quite a bit like the Dallas Cowboy offense in that you have a terrific running back, a great third down receiver in Metzlars in this case, 2 veteran, reasonably tall wide receivers that get the job done, and throw in Beebe, you really have 3. What makes this Buffalo offense so good?
Well, their talent, as you just spoke about, is superior to a lot of football teams. Also, conceptually, they do a lot of things very well. I love the no huddle. They dictate what they want to do with the football, and throughout the season, even the last couple of years where we've seen this no huddle, in action, boy, it always moves the football. But you have to have the guy behind the wheel, and old Jim Kelly. He recognizes things very quick and gets them into the right play.
And Frank Reich was able to do that too. What's your take on this Buffalo offense?
Don't forget Thurman Thomas, the runner.
One of the best in the business.
My take on this is that if you dance to the tune that Buffalo wants to play, and that's, as Ron mentioned, they got that no huddle. That is the one beast of its kind in the league. Nobody else does it. The biggest problem confronting the Buffalo Bills is the week that you get ready to play them. You have to get used to that no huddle, and you've got to have your guys imitating that no huddle and running those plays. And football people, as we all know, are people of habit and certainly good structure. And nobody has seen this. And as a result of that, I say that you must go get Jim Kelly and make him get hurried and worried. Thurman Thomas will get his 100 yards, but he's not going to beat you. You've got to get Kelly out of that rhythm where he can hit those receivers as he does.
And that's going to be the key on Sunday. Jim Kelly and the Buffalo offense, and here's Ron.
Let's start by looking at the Bills against the 49ers. San Francisco's defense is similar in approach to the Cowboys. The 4-man rush and a high percentage of zone pass coverage. The 49ers tried to match their defensive personnel with the Bills' offensive personnel by quickly substituting between plays. Here you see Buffalo with Thomas as the single back, tight end Metzlars on the right, and Gardner the H-back on the left. So the Niners react with their base 4-3 defense, as you see. Jim Kelly immediately recognizes this. He also sees the free safety in the middle of the field, knowing he has Reed and Lofton split to the left. Watch Jim call the play. With Metzlars and Gardner in the game, the 49ers are playing the strong run tendency. The call will be a play-action pass to Reed at 18 yards on the left sideline. You'll see the defensive back react to the play fake in the backfield. Lofton on the outside will run a go route. What that does is force the free safety to respond to the vertical stretch and create a void in the Niners' pass coverage. This is how the Bills aggressively attack and break down defenses that attempt to match personnel. You're allowing Kelly to dictate with the no huddle. In the AFC Championship game, the Dolphins committed to a 4-2-5 defense. 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers, and 5 defensive backs. And they stayed with it. And the reason was this. Buffalo's most used formation has Beebe, Reed, and Lofton as the 3 wideouts, along with Thomas the single back and Metzlars at tight end. That's 5 strong receivers. Without at least 5 DBs, you are open to the big play possibility on every single play. And that's not a chance any defense wants to take. But that leaves you vulnerable to the run. And that's why the Buffalo offense is so hard to match up against. With only 6 and sometimes 5 defensive players at the point of attack, there are more openings for Thomas on the inside and on the outside. And the defensive force man is usually a smaller defensive back. No match here for pulling tackle Will Wolford. Thomas won't be touched until he picks up more than 15 yards. In the Super Bowl, I believe the Bills must run the ball early and often against a Cowboy defense that will be key to stopping the big play from Jim Kelly and his wideouts.
We have reached that point in the program for final points and predictions on Super Bowl 27 here on Edge Super Bowl Matchup, and we'll get to it in just a minute.
Hey! What? I don't think it's going to fit the billboard. Gotta fit.
Presenting McDonald's double quarter pounder with cheese, with 2 juicy quarter pound patties of beef.
Okay, it fits. Where are you going to put the fries and the Coke? The what?
With large golden fries and a medium Coke, it's our new double quarter pounder with cheese extra value meal.
Okay, fit. Now where are you going to put the arches? The what?
What you want is what you get.
The double quarter pounder with cheese extra value meal.
At McDonald's today.
You crave that taste. That big, bold cranberry taste. That one-of-a-kind ocean spray taste.
College basketball on a regular Monday. College basketball on Big Monday.
Kansas battles Missouri tomorrow at 9:30 Eastern on Big Monday, presented by Bud Light.
See? It's a lot bigger. Slam dunk, double dribble. Who's the team? You can do it.
Michigan and Purdue tip off on Super Tuesday. Live at 7:30 Eastern on ESPN.
Well, for the final time for this season, our final points and predictions, who's going to win Super Bowl 27, Coach?
I believe the Dallas Cowboys are, Charlie, and this has been a tough one. These are 2 terrific football teams, terrific offenses and good defense. But after a reservation and looking at the fact that Dallas has been there 2 weeks that they've never had to experience before, and now they're facing an offense that they've never seen, that no-huddle offense, I still believe that the first 30 plays in the ball game are going to tell us and the folks out there who's in command. And I think that Dallas, who plays no down or distance, they could throw 8 balls in a row, run 4 times in a row, but they know what they're doing, and they're very good on offense, and I think they're going to take it against Buffalo.
Ron, who do you like?
Well, Charlie, first of all, let me apologize to my family and friends in my hometown of Buffalo, New York.
What's left of them?
Yeah, what's left of them, right?
After this pick.
Yeah, I believe the Cowboys are going to win this game. Primarily, up front, they're bigger and stronger. I think they'll run the football effectively. That will cause the Buffalo linebackers to cheat up. It'll cause Jones and Kelso to get a little nosy, start getting involved in the running game, and then I believe Buffalo will be exposed. Their cornerbacks, I believe, are their weakness. Now they're in trouble. I like the Cowboys.
Their cornerbacks are also their shortest. They're 5'9" and 5'10", and Irvin and Harper 6'2" and 6'3". They can really exploit that height advantage.
That's one of your great statistics.
Anyway, it actually works, too. I like the Dallas Cowboys also. I like them especially because of the offensive line play, and I think they'll dominate the defense of the Buffalo Bills. That's going to do it for us. It's been another fun year, guys. We'll be watching the Super Bowl along with you, and we'll see you again in September here on Edge Monday Night Matchup.
Edge Super Bowl matchup. Brought to you by Edge Shave Gel. Ultimate closeness, ultimate comfort. That's the Edge.
For any kind of sinus pain, pressure, or congestion, even that caused by allergy, one name does it all. Sinutab from Park Davis. It's the #1 brand recommended by pharmacists. Sinutab, relief for prisoners of sinus suffering.
Release me and let me live again.
From over 150 car nameplates, Motor Trend magazine selects the annual Best Buys. This one has won the award 3 straight years. Dodge Shadow ES. So we're throwing an award celebration sale. Now you can buy a Shadow ES for under 10 grand and still get a driver's airbag and a hot V6. So come celebrate with us. Drive a Shadow ES at your nearest Dodge dealer today.
We're starving and we're trapped.
On Friday, January 15th, Touchstone and Paramount Pictures present a motion picture that will astonish you. It will frighten you. It will shock you.
We've got to eat.
You what? But nothing will prepare you for what 16 survivors did to stay alive.
In their death, we live.
Alive. Based on a true story. Rated R. Starts Friday, January 15th at a theater near you.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the greatest show in sport. From the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California, it's the Bills and the Cowboys in Super Bowl 27.
Champions today, wouldn't you think? Great day.
We're going to take full advantage of it, too. See, they used to losing.
We're going to rock the house. We're going to rock the house.
Oh, they got butterflies.
That's big, man.
It is big. It's awfully bright out here.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of damn people, huh?
It is said that the Super Bowl is the final chapter of a great mystery novel. But in Super Bowl 27, the only suspense came from Michael Jackson's special effects crew. The day belonged to the Dallas Cowboys, and the moment to their supremely confident leader, head coach Jimmy Johnson.
It might be more colorful to tell you that I was consumed with tense, suspenseful thoughts, but there were none. Oh, I was excited and happy and anxious to get started, but as for the sort of feeling a commander has as a great battle looms, no, that had come 2 weeks earlier at San Francisco. It must have been a more tense time for the Bills than for us, because they'd been to 2 straight Super Bowls without a win. It would be 3 when this day was done. I knew that.
Guys, it's not our job. It's our responsibility to win this game. Let's go out and get it. Let's go!
I really didn't have any butterflies. I just wanted to lay that royal flush on the table and rake in all the chips. 28 years of coaching told me that we would win, about as surely as 49 years of life told me that the sun, now high in the Southern California sky, would set at game's end.
Okay, how about them Cowboys, huh?
Only one thing we came for is that to win the damn game. We started out with the kicking game. We're going to go right cross five. Right cross fives. Come on, Thomas.
Get that ring, baby. That ring on three. 1, 2, 3. Ring. Stay outside, baby. Stay outside.
750 million people worldwide were focused on the Rose Bowl. The battle-hardened Buffalo Bills, in their third straight Super Bowl, faced the outrageously young Dallas Cowboys, who were hoping to win their first championship in 15 years. It all began with a record 21-point first quarter.
Mike Saxon will punt it away now, standing back at the 2-yard line. And the kick is blocked. It is blocked by the Bills, and it goes out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Steve Tasker got through. The Bills have the ball at the 16-yard line.
I saw immediately what had happened. Buffalo had really done a good job scouting us. They knew that Dixon Edwards, who normally plays left tackle on our punt team, had a pulled hamstring and was questionable for the game. Sure enough, on our first punt, we substituted a rookie, Robert Jones, for Dixon. Buffalo spotted that and took advantage. They put their excellent special teams player, Steve Tasker, on Robert Jones. At the snap, Tasker slanted inside Robert and got in to block Mike Saxon's punt.
Bills were sending them, and it was Steve Tasker, the All-Pro, who got in there and got his hand on it, and that fires some people up here. Can you say special teams?
Here's Thurman running right, looking for the hole, and he is in for the touchdown. Thurman Thomas has scored. The Bills lead it 6-0. Thurman Thomas off the right side of the formation, behind the block by Will Wolford.
And it's Wolford's block on number 55, Robert Jones. Come on, Jay! And the rest was all Thurman Thomas grinding out that last yard.
And the Bills have taken the lead.
You got to come inside out and make the play. You got them stopped right there, underneath the thing. Come on, Robert.
I wasn't worried, but I was quite irritated that we had allowed Buffalo to get momentum that we were going to have to take back.
We have to be able to communicate with each other, trying to find out what's going on. Let's not get excited, all right? Okay, let's not get excited.
On their next possession, the Buffalo turnover flaw began to show. Kelly, pressured by our blitz, was intercepted by James Washington, who returned 13 yards to the Buffalo 47.
Kenny Gantz blitzed, forced Kelly to make a mistake.
I can't say I was really elated because we felt all along that we'd get some turnovers. But little did we know that this was the first of a Super Bowl record 9 turnovers we would collect from the Bills.
Stay there, baby.
Our offensive game plan, in addition to throwing to our receivers in one-on-one coverage, had a contingency for when Buffalo had both safeties back, each covering half the field. We would run the ball and throw to our tight end, Jay Novacek, across the middle. After the first Buffalo turnover, we converted a 3rd and 16 play when Michael Irvin found single coverage and caught a 20-yard pass from Troy at the Buffalo 33.
On 3rd down and 17. Straight drop, standing, deep middle. Caught, first down. And maybe that is the spark for the Cowboys offense.
2 plays later, Troy Aikman looked for Jay Novacek on a seam route down the middle. The throw had to be perfect. And it was.
Aikman with a straight drop to throw again. Going for the end zone. Novacek at the 2, takes it in. Touchdown, Cowboys! 23 yards. Pro bowler to pro bowler. That's how you overcome a shaky start.
The game was tied and beginning to unfold in our direction.
Let's go, D. Let's go. We're going to kill him. We're going to kill him.
In an electrifying burst of might, the Cowboys scored their second touchdown in 15 seconds.
Haley's going to throw here. Haley hit him and picked off in the air. Jimmy Jones intercepts and rolls in for a touchdown.
We set it up by adjusting our pass rush. Charles Haley normally lines up on the defensive right side. We moved him over to the left side. Haley sacked Kelly again, this time at the Bills' 2-yard line. Kelly fumbled, and our Jimmy Jones caught the ball in midair, and we went in for a touchdown.
Charles Haley going up against Howard Ballard, and that speed rush of Haley, he just went right around the house and hit Jim Kelly.
Johnson's approach is straightforward. Get talented players, keep it simple, and put them in positions to make big plays. In Pasadena, he unleashed them like a Santa Ana wind in a storm of turnovers and touchdowns.
Instant disaster for the Bills.
We led 14-7 as the first quarter ended, and we would not trail again.
A twin blade from Bic?
What's in it for me? This is new?
A twin for normal skin and a twin for sensitive, right? It was good.
The new Bic Twin Select.
Made a big man out of me.
Why is the Honda Accord one of the best-selling cars in America? Maybe it's the reliability. Maybe it's the value. Maybe it's the interior. If you give up AT&T quality and call from Phoenix to Dallas with someone else, here's your big savings. Leaving AT&T doesn't make a lot of sense.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Jimmy Johnson would not allow the Bills' no huddle to be a problem. His staff would substitute during stoppages, measurements, whenever. And Buffalo's offensive line would tire long before his Cowboys. The problem was Andre Reed. On the first play of the second quarter, Reed picked up 40 yards on his way to 8 catches and over 150 yards.
Wow, what a run by Andre Reed before Larry Brown caught him. And I don't think anybody better move, and I hope you got oxygen next to the soft drinks and the popcorn.
The Bills were inside the Cowboy 5. Up in the press box, defensive coordinator Dave Wanstatt relayed his strategy down to line coach Butch Davis.
Fullback! What's the fullback?
A goal line stand would break the Bills' will for good.
It's going to be on the 2-yard line. You want to go giant? Giant! Giant! Giant!
On second down, Thurman Thomas was nailed just short of a touchdown by linebacker Vincent Smith. Dallas would turn them back.
We made that goal line stand with 2 of the biggest plays of the game. On 3rd and 1, Buffalo running back Kenneth Davis came left, and Kenny Norton made a great play to stop him for no gain.
Right. And the handoff to the deep man, and a bang at the goal line.
Oh, stop it, Kenny!
Pushed back. He pushed back. He didn't get in.
Kenny Norton, Brad. Kenny Norton makes a huge hit. He makes the play. We started this game by saying that Ken Norton would have to have his name called a lot if the Cowboys are going to be successful, and it's Norton who makes the play.
When we saw that Buffalo was going for the touchdown on 4th and 1, we got out of our goal line defense and put our regular pass defense unit back in.
Here comes Summer. Stand up! Stand up!
Buffalo had run at us twice for no gain, and we were virtually certain that Marv Levy and his staff weren't going to try it again on 4th down. Sure enough, they threw.
6 times in the first half, Buffalo needed 1 yard for a first down or a touchdown. 6 times they were knocked back. On the next series, Kelly was knocked out.
Kelly is holding his right knee in a lot of pain.
In obvious pain.
Kenny Norton blitzed and hit him. Knowing Jim and liking him, I felt bad that he was injured. But football-wise, I knew we were going to have to adjust our defensive thinking.
Have battled back from so much adversity this season, but it is going to be up to the miracle man, Frank Reich.
Frank Reich, their backup quarterback, had a superb playoff season, so the Bills weren't exactly out of weapons. Reich isn't the riverboat gambler Jim is. Reich likes to control the passing game, where Jim will take a few more chances down the field.
Coming after him.
On Reich's second play of the game, he hit Andre Reed, the crossing route again, for 38 yards to our 22, but we were able to hold them to a field goal on that drive.
While Reed was an annoyance, Michael Irvin was simply annoyed.
They're in the perimeter. They're playing outside, This is a joke. We can go up and down the field.
The Bills' 2-deep zone had taken the playmaker out of the game. So Dallas used Emmitt Smith as a wedge to pry them out of that zone. Johnson put Buffalo in a literal catch-22. The Bills hadn't allowed a 100-yard rusher all year long. The league's rushing leader ripped off a quick 38 yards on his way to 108.
After that, we knew immediately that Buffalo was going to start cheating their safety up to stop the run. So on the very next play, anticipating 3-deep coverage, one-on-one against our receivers, Troy threw to Michael Irvin for a 19-yard touchdown, and now we were up 21-10.
It was more of the keep-it-simple Johnson plan. The easiest passes are square ins and slants, especially when Irvin and Alvin Harper are about 6'3", and the Bills' defensive backs average only 5'11". All Aikman had to do was find his tall targets. 22 out of 30 times he did. Jimmy Johnson was seizing the moment.
The turnovers were coming fast and furious, one right after another. Reich threw a screen to Thurman Thomas. Leon Lett came up, stripped the ball, and Jimmy Jones recovered at the Buffalo 18. We worked on stripping the ball year-round, and we hadn't come into the Super Bowl with any plan of reaching for the ball more than normal. It was just paying off for us more than usual.
And let's see who got the ball. Do the Cowboys have it? Yes, they do. The Cowboys have it.
And Aikman tossed it once more to Michael Irvin, as Super Bowl 27 was deteriorating into a merciless, one-sided beating.
Aikman under center wing left. Blitz look. Aikman 7-step drop. Throws it right to the goal line. Irvin jumping, catching the 3. Diving. Touchdown.
Now, I'd love to be able to tell you that I was just going bonkers on the sidelines, but I had no feeling of tension or suspense. Why should I? You know, we were just laying down the cards on the table, one by one. 10 of hearts, Jack of hearts, Queen of hearts, 1 billion people watching on television, and another 100,000 or so in the Rose Bowl weren't certain we held the rest of the cards. But we were.
So the Bills have had the wheels come off here. Dallas scored 2 touchdowns in 15 seconds, and now 2 in 18 seconds.
Let's go. These guys have come back from big deficits now. We got to suck it up at halftime. Now, 30 minutes. Don't tell. Now, 30 minutes.
All-Pro quarterback Dan Marino.
When the game is over and the pain starts, I want two things for my pain-relieving rub: fast relief and no odor. So I use Sports Cream, a strong pain-relieving rub that doesn't make me smell like a medicine chest. I just massage in Sports Cream for fast, odor-free relief. Cream or lotion, Sports Cream sure gets my vote for fast relief and no odor.
This year, John Elway, Phil Simms, and a few friends are going to a Super Bowl party they'll never forget.
Hey, your party's down the hall. We're over here, guys.
The Lay's Super Bowl halftime party. Be there.
When it's halftime at the Super Bowl, the hits don't stop. The Lay's Super Bowl halftime show starring Michael Jackson, January 31st.
Ladies and gentlemen, the children of Los Angeles have created their own personal drawings as a gift to the children of the world.
Today, we stand together all around the world, joined in a common purpose to remake the planet into a haven of joy and understanding and goodness. No one should have to suffer, especially our children. This time, we must succeed. This is for the children of the world.
There's a place in your heart, and I know that it is love. And this place is much brighter than tomorrow. And if you really try, you'll find there's no need to cry. In this place, you feel there's no hurt or sorrow. There are ways to get there if you care enough for the living. Make a little space, make a better place in the world. Make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for living, make a better place for you and for me. So high, and our spirits never die. In my heart, I feel you are all my brothers. Create a world with no fear. Together we'll cry happy tears. So the nations turn their swords into plowshares. We could really get there if you care enough for the living. Make a little space.
Well, I think that over 10% of the U.S. population goes to bed hungry, and that's something that's hard to imagine. At my restaurant, like a lot of restaurants, we have extra food. Most restaurateurs don't necessarily know what to do with that food, though. And it's just a totally logical connection that we who often have leftover food would want to address this problem of hunger. The most effective way is through an organization, which is actually a national organization called Share Our Strength. They are simply agents who connect the restaurants with the shelters. Because American Express has provided the funding for Share Our Strength, their dollars are actually going to connect food with someone who needs it.
American Express supports Share Our Strength. Call 1-800-251-7000 to find out how you can, too.
The biggest advantage of New Yorker Fifth Avenue from Chrysler? You get the best seat in the house at such a reasonable price. Isn't that comfortable? New Yorker Fifth Avenue from Chrysler, at your Chrysler Plymouth dealer, where real advantages make a real difference.
You know you can get cash just across the street. But did you know you can get cash all across the country? Using the same card you use at the cash machines at home. That is, when your card has a plus. Because Plus marks the spot for cash when you travel. At cash machines in big cities and small towns. In all 50 states and beyond. So check your card and name your street.
Chunky is now chunkier. Thick just got thicker. Ortega's new, thicker, chunkier salsa. It's Mex to the max.
Give me the rock, give me the handles, give me the paint, give me the shoes. You have anything in a Gorilla Slam, sweet. Give me that, not that brick, that brick. Give me him, some of that, and one of those. Showtime. Take his move, his move, his move. Not that move, that move. Money. Gimme my house. If it's in the game, it's in the game. Bulls versus Blazers and Bulls versus Lakers for Super NES and Sega Genesis. EA Sports. It's in the game.
This symbol outside means you have the standard inside that an entire library of software has been written to. The Intel microprocessor. Think of it as a library card that lets you run the software of today and tomorrow. So check out computers with Intel, the computer inside.
Why settle for average performance in a shave when you could have the superior performance of Edge Gel? Ultimate closeness, ultimate comfort. That's the Edge.
Ta-da-da, ta-da-da.
At halftime, I didn't want to plant negative seeds in our players' mind by saying, now remember, Buffalo came back against Houston. Instead, I said, we're going to approach it like it's nothing to nothing. We're going to approach it as we always do. And so we went out to drop the king and the ace on 1 billion+ people.
The Cowboys maintained control the same way they had gained it. And in the end, they ran 29 times and passed 30 times. Near perfect offensive symmetry. The offensive line opened holes for Smith and wide sight lines for Aikman, who sighted wide open receivers. There was always the all-pro safety valve, Jay Novacek, who slipped underneath to catch 7 key passes. Defensively, it was a feeding frenzy. Reich had to throw, and the 21 fresh subs and starters on the league's top-ranked unit knew it. The game's most revealing statistic, Troy Aikman outrushed Thurman Thomas 28-19.
I just relaxed and enjoyed the game. It was in hand. The only irritation I had in the second half was on the last play of the third quarter.
We're down to 19 seconds left in the quarter on 3rd and 13. Reich has the ball, drops back. Going to have to beat the zone on this throw.
Offside.
Now throws long to the end zone all along. Touchdown there for Don Beebe. And the Bills have...
Reich scrambled and stepped across the line of scrimmage and then threw a 40-yard touchdown pass to Don Beebe. Reich was obviously across the line of scrimmage when he threw, but the officials didn't call it.
The scrimmage was the 40. When he let it go, his left foot was at the 39. His arm was past the 40.
Funny, as soon as Reich threw the ball, he looked around for a flag.
Upon review after the game, the league would confirm that we were right. Oh well, it was 31-17 at the end of the third quarter. We had control.
At the start of the fourth quarter, the Bills had a faint pulse. They trailed by only 2 scores. But just when it seemed that Dallas, a team 1-15 3 years earlier, might self-destruct, Troy Aikman was there to rescue them. The Super Bowl MVP put the game out of reach with his 10th touchdown pass of the playoffs without an interception, his 4th of Super Bowl 27.
Completion to Alvin Harper, his first of the day, looks to have clinched a Cowboys Super Bowl championship.
Before the game, Harper predicted he'd haul in the winning touchdown.
Winning touchdown today. 60 yards. Watch now.
It wasn't 60, but it was the game clincher.
That's right, remember? How far was it? How far was it? 56 yards. Yeah, I told you 60, but it was 56.
Regardless, the rout was on.
It was 38-17. Now we would turn the storm loose. Thomas Everett got his second interception, this time off Reich, and returned it 22 yards to the Bills' 8. 3 plays later, Emmett scored to make it 45-17.
10-yard line. Aikman a draw to Smith. Coming left, breaks the cuts to the 5. Turning at the 1. Touchdown, Emmett Smith. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Now the game was out of hand, becoming one great merry blur. Next Buffalo possession, next Buffalo turnover, next Dallas touchdown.
And now a fumble by Reich trying to pull away. The ball is rolling loose.
Reich fumbled. Kenny Norton recovered and returned it 9 yards into the end zone to make it 52-17. And we still had half a quarter left to play.
Ken Norton runs it in. It's a touchdown. Oh, the Bills thought that the ball was down, and Norton picked up the loose ball and ran it in.
This has just been a horrible and horrendous nightmare for the Bills. What a way to end a tremendous season.
And then came the play that everyone who watched that game remembers.
Right on 4th down to throw. Pressure, sacked by Jeffco. And fumble. And Leon let it to the 40. Oh, look out, here he goes. Here comes Leon to the 20. Go ahead. Oh, Leon. It's a fumble. It's a fumble. He had it knocked out of his hand.
This one, rather than all the good things Leon Lett did that day, would be his dubious distinction in Super Bowl history. Leon began to thunder downfield for what surely would be the most memorable, if not the only touchdown return of the big defensive lineman's career. Leon was so overjoyed that he held the ball out just short of the goal line. Ha! Don Beebe, the Bills receiver who had chased him down, reached out and slapped the ball from Leon's hands, giving Buffalo possession and costing us the record for points in a Super Bowl.
It's not going to be a touchdown. It's not. Don Beebe caught him from behind and knocked it out of his hand. It was going to be a 62-yard touchdown return by Leon Lett. Oh, Leon!
But for the slap of Don Beebe's hand on an unprotected ball, we would have scored the most points ever in that last game of the year.
The Cowboys are back on top of the mountain now. They were there in the 70s, fell off in the 80s. They're back on top now, and they should stay there a while. Wow.
It's messed up. That's all they've been waiting for all year, bro. They've been waiting for that moment all year.
Troy Aikman's the taking his team from the absolute worst to the absolute best.
Let's get that hair fixed up.
Your Cowboys are the champions.
First NFL rushing title to win the Super Bowl.
I told the team, the feeling you have at this very moment is one of the best things you'll ever have in your life, especially the feeling you have for one another.
Catch 22, and you still ain't caught him yet.
More than the event itself, the feeling of accomplishment with a teammate. We were the world champions of pro football. How about them Cowboys?
I gotta get a new ring!
Images presented by Honda. If the tension on the field becomes too much to bear, comic relief is close at hand. Now appearing at a stadium seat near you.
With its distinctive aerodynamic shape, anti-lock brakes, advanced engine technology, and roomy interior, the Honda Civic EX sedan is often admired by other car makers. Some we know, some we don't.
Imagine you're 2 inches tall and you're walking by these 2 delicious Big Mac sandwiches. Pretty big, huh? Then you see the price. 2 for $2. Pretty small, huh? Of course, the hard part would be reaching the counter. You see, because you're 2 inches tall and it'd be a lot. Now McDonald's has 2 Egg McMuffin sandwiches for just $2. Due to incredible demand, we're forced to use this mirror to simulate what a second one would look like.
What you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
No, I think this is your best side.
Jonesy? Uh-huh. What are you doing out there?
Hiding. Huh? Mr. Jenkins says the package I sent him didn't get there. He's calling every 5 minutes to yell at me.
It's probably in his mailroom. Just call Federal Express. They'll tell you when it got there and who signed for it so Jenkins can yell at him instead.
All I gotta do is call Federal Express? Great.
Only Federal Express can confirm delivery in seconds. Other companies can take days.
What are you doing back there? I didn't use Federal Express.
Next time, use Federal Express.
A driver's side airbag, a moonroof, a rear spoiler, anti-lock brakes, a Bose music system, and leather interior. Now who's the fairest of them all?
This is ESPN, the Total Sports Network.
Come fly the airline that spans more than half the world. United. Come fly the friendly skies.
And just off to the right of Commissioner Tagliabue is the Vince Lombardi Trophy. Commish, I'll leave it to you for the presentation.
Thank you, Bob. Jerry, Jimmy, you two are the architects, the engineers, a lot of people would say the visionaries, who have produced an outstanding season, marking one of the most extraordinary turnarounds in sports league history, capped today by an awesome display of power, precision, speed, and just about everything else a football team can demonstrate in a game. So congratulations to both of you.
Jimmy, put your hands out here with this.
Jerry, you signed the checks, so you go first.
Well, I will go first. First of all, I want everybody that enjoys sports, want them to know how special this is for these group of people, because they did get up off a knee. They weren't on their back. They were just down on a knee. I'm so proud for Cowboy fans. I can't say enough for what Jimmy has done. He's given his heart and soul to us having a winning football team. I want to thank my family as well, and Paul, all the work you're doing for the NFL.
Jerry, before we talk to Jimmy, teams speak about a 5-year plan. You did it in your 4th. There were so many moves and turning points. Would you pinpoint one as the most important point in the history of this franchise under your direction?
Yes, it's pretty easy. The very first one, when I hired Jimmy Johnson to be the coach.
Jimmy, first coach in history to win a collegiate national championship and the Super Bowl. How does it feel?
Well, it feels great. I think sometimes people might question the way we do things as far as the commitment, but, you know, if you could just feel the way these players feel right now, and I wish everybody in the world could feel the same feeling they have right now, then they would understand the commitment, because, this has got to be the greatest feeling in of all things, just to be able to go out there and win it all.
How do you feel personally? People talk about, sometimes joke about your intensity and your single-mindedness. How long will you allow yourself to revel in this before you think about next season?
Well, this is one victory that I will enjoy here for a couple of weeks before we start going on to next season. But we got to start looking at those colleges, and we got to look at those players to help us out for next year to get better.
Sometime later on down the line, and he told me to go get as much as I can.
Did you note discouragement eventually? We're watching one of your runs here. Discouragement on the part of the Bills? Were they a discouraged team?
Well, I think as we start scoring more points, they start getting a little bit down on themselves and so forth. But then they try to pick it up early in the fourth quarter, and we just kept scoring and just took them out of the game, I believe.
Our whole team did, really, and it's been a great stretch for the last 3 games, obviously. Everybody's played outstanding. Our defense has played outstanding, and it's a great feeling. We've been dreaming about this for a long time.
You seemed tremendously composed in your first Super Bowl relatively early in your NFL career. Made a lot of right decisions out there.
Well, early on, I think the whole team, including myself, was a little bit uptight, and we just weren't clicking. We weren't doing the right things, and then we got some things going for us. We settled down a little bit, and then it turned into a game much like any other game that we've played. On this one, we finally got it the right coverage, and Michael did a great job getting across the guy's face, and we got the touchdown out of it.
You took what they gave you, as the cliche goes. Early it was Novacek, 5 big catches early and a TD. Did that help to open it up for Michael, because he was your target toward halftime?
Well, he really was, and they were taking away our outside receivers early in the ball game. They forced us to come underneath the J and then work the backs, and then once we got things going, they started trying to put some pressure on me. That opened up Michael up, and he and Alvin were able to do a great job of getting open.
Well, the same thing had happened last time. I stretched the ligaments. A guy came in. I don't know who it was, but fell on my knee, and it popped out of joint. And, it's one of those things that happen. It's like, what have I done to deserve this? And it's really hard to say.
You guys had a couple opportunities early in the game to score. You couldn't get the ball in the end zone. What were they doing to make it so difficult?
Well, on the one that the interception is 4th down, and coach decided to call a sprint out. And when we did, really tell you the truth, they went to a zone, and it's really designed to go against a man. And it was one of those things that I had no other choice than to throw it up and just keep our fingers crossed it went in our guys' hands, and evidently it didn't. So in order to beat a football team, we said it before, you can't turn a football over, and we turned it over 9 times. You can't be a college team doing that.
22 of 30 for 273 yards, 4 touchdowns, the 69 points, the highest scoring game ever in the Super Bowl. Afterwards, there were plenty of happy Cowboys to go around, starting with the MVP, Troy Aikman.
Wait here. I'm going to Disneyland. I'm going to Disney World. I'm going to Disney World. I'm going to Disneyland. I'm going to Disneyland. I'm going to Disney World. I'm going to Disney World.
All right. We worked so hard, man. Nobody ever gave us such a chance to do it, man. And I just can't believe it. Awesome, baby.
This means the boys are back.
The boys are back, baby. Hey, the boys are back.
I don't think there's a word right now that can describe our feeling. The fact that we're playing great. I think right now we're feeling very unconscious. It's a great feeling. I don't know if there's a word to describe it, but it's something that we've worked for, and we wouldn't settle for anything less than a win today.
We had that offensive line, and we know we would pound on them and pound and just run the ball down their throat.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. The boys are back in town. Thin Lizzy or no Thin Lizzy. And they're going to be back in town for a long, long time. Tommy, I mean, we talk about Big D. Were they big today or what?
Well, Chris, I say we forget about the Buffalo Bills for the moment and the third straight Super Bowl loss and what that's going to mean to that team. You think about the Dallas Cowboys. You're talking about the youngest team in football, which really means they're going to get better constantly. Kind of the fact that they don't know what they're doing. And you think about that in long term.
Yeah, I know, Tom. It's scary, man. I mean, they are absolutely incredible. That's the only way you can describe them. I think the Dallas Cowboys went into this game. They had a game plan. They wanted to do something on offense. They wanted to do something on defense. They did exactly what they wanted to do on both sides of the ball. You have to give credit to the players. Coaches do it. But take a moment now. Dave Wanstadt, defensive coach. Congratulations, head coach, Chicago Bears, Norv Turner. Great job with the offense.
Well, and you know, we wondered what youth would do in a big game like this. Would they get jittery? And we'll talk about the turnovers. I mean, there were more turnovers than at your favorite bakery committed by the Bills. But, I mean, the Cowboys, what young mistakes did they make? A couple of personal fouls, maybe. They got a block punt, but that was it. They took care of the football. And if that's the worst they were going to do as the youngest team in the league, what's going to happen when they get experience? I know, Tommy, 17, it sounds ridiculous to pick out one play as a turning point. But there may have been one that turned the tide, of course, into a tidal wave.
Well, I think when you talk about the history of the ball clubs, Chris, we went into this game. Joe talked about it during the week. We were probably going to see two inappropriate throws by Jim Kelly during the course of the day, and Troy Aikman was going to protect the ball. And I think if there's one play that kind of indicates how the tone was set for the last 3 quarters of the football game, it's the play on the 1-yard line when Jim Kelly now will roll to the right, get the pressure, throw the ball back across the defense, and get the interception by Everett. Once that play took place, you absolutely knew this game was headed in the wrong direction.
And you know, the formation, it was just a basic, it wasn't a power formation. They weren't running the ball up the middle. I mean, that didn't bode well for a team that figured that they could score and push around maybe the Dallas defense. And other mishaps for the Bills,
Well,
Joe.
you know, the other mishap really has little to do with what was executed on the field. What it was basically the fact that they couldn't stand on their feet. All afternoon through the first half, all you saw was cleats being changed on the Dallas Cowboys side. You see Giesecke getting some new treads in the pits. Now you go out on the football field, and there's Pete Metzelaar on a blitz. Very key play. First interception that Jim Kelly throws. Was it a bad throw by Jim Kelly? Not necessarily. The fact is, Pete Metzelaar didn't have the right kind of cleats on his feet. We saw Bruce Smith slip. We saw Emmett Thomas slip. We saw Kenneth Davis slip. We've seen everybody on the Buffalo Bills slip. Nobody, not even Michael Irvin slips. Williams slips trying to get to him. Irvin winds up with a touchdown. Everything turned out being one big slip.
Yeah, it was a big slip, all right. And I tell you what, for the Buffalo Bills, a devastating loss. No question about that. Not only by the score, but the way they clawed and said this wouldn't be different. I tell you what, rather than have us say it, we'll have plenty more to say about it. We've got an hour-long edition of SportsCenter /Primetime. Let's go and get our Andrea Kramer with Bruce Smith of the Bills. Andrea?
Hold on there. Thank you very much. Bruce, why do the Bills always manage to save the worst game for the last game?
The sad part about this whole issue is you're always remembered for your last game, whether you win or lose. And it's an unfortunate situation. We had a great year. We were able to accomplish a lot of things defensively. it's just an unfortunate situation for this organization. We just have to find a way to stick together and show a lot of character and class and come back next year.
Why wasn't the defense able to generate any kind of pressure on Troy Aikman, particularly from the defensive line?
Well, one particular reason, Troy doesn't hold the ball very long. Another thing is that they have a very good offensive line. And when a quarterback doesn't hold the ball very long and sometimes the receivers make big plays, it's very hard for defensive linemen. Again, we're paid to get pressure on the quarterback, and it didn't happen today. The first half we were in a certain defensive scheme, and the second half we changed up, and we were able to get some pressure on him. I know Cornelius had pressure on him in the first half, and again in the second half I think we got a little pressure on him, but when you lose, it's never enough.
Thank you very much for your time, being such a gentleman and joining us.
Thank you.
Back to the studio.
Well, our Hotel California studio here at the Century Plaza Hotel. Well, you heard Bruce Smith say that for a while they thought they had the defense going, and it did look like they were moving around. They looked faster than Dallas's offensive line did at that point. For example, as we go inside the numbers, early on, just as the Cowboys did a marvelous job in shackling Thurman Thomas, Emmitt Smith's first 9 carries netted only 16 yards. But that big run with about 2 minutes to go in the second quarter opened up the floodgates. His last 13 carries netted 92. The C-note for the leading rusher in the NFL, Emmitt Smith, and the Cowboys were off to the races.
The more you take away from this Chevy Cavalier VL, the more it resembles the Honda Civic DX. Take away Cavalier's anti-lock brakes, base coat clear coat paint. Take away its two-sided galvanized steel, automatic door locks, Scotchgard treated seats, and toll-free 24-hour roadside assistance. But there's at least one thing you'd have to add. $1,500. The Chevy Cavalier. What else would you expect from the heartbeat of America?
Quantro esciencio, questro allegario, arrivanzien. Appensianio, la donna mie pie, quanto estrasie, avira torrantie, quel stanzanzionti, male.
Need a little more room in your jeans? Try Relax Fit Jeans from Lee.
Those smart folks at Magnavox have asked me to tell you about all their highly intelligent products in just 15 seconds. You must be joking. Impossible. No way. Don't be ridiculous. No, that's it. I quit.
Magnavox. Smart. Very smart.
Tomorrow. Why has it always got to be tomorrow?
Coach says everyone has one great game, and
if you believe in something strongly enough, you do it today.
He said it was my best game yet. It's like nothing can go wrong.
There is one resolution that may make the others easier to keep. Ask your financial advisor how you can increase your spendable income with Nuveen tax-free investments. Or call 1-800-4-NUVEEN.
Hello, Gov.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. Which beer do you think is brewed longer?
Drink that one.
Coors Extra Gold is brewed 70% longer than Bud.
I'm learning.
Righto.
Would probably account for the extra flavor.
And you know what? 65% of British beer drinkers preferred Coors Extra Gold.
I joined the multitude. Right.
Slow brewed for that real beer flavor and color. The way beer was meant to be. Ask any pub goer.
I'll give it you all right.
Yeah. Coors Extra Gold. If you're missing real taste, beer is back.
Tickles with the epiglottis. End of story.
The quotes are in on the all-new Geo Prism. A look that easily surpasses Honda's best efforts to date. A handsomely styled, roomy, refined sedan. A best buy. But the most impressive quote of all may be the one you get from your Chevrolet Geo dealer.
Why drive an imitation when you can drive the vehicle that originated the species? Chevy Blazer.
Are you getting the return you'll need on your retirement savings? Perhaps the one thing worse than dying is outliving your money. Call Prudential Securities.
My first name is Riddick. My last name is Bo. I'm heavyweight champ, in case you didn't know. Many have compared me to the greatest Ali, but I hit like a truck. He just stung like a bee.
See Riddick Bowe's first title defense live only on HBO.
I tell you, Dokes, you shouldn't show off. Michael Dokes is so ugly, he hurts my feelings. Think you've seen boxing that's great? Riddick Bowe is on HBO. Just you wait. That rhymes. I like that.
Today, to grow your business beyond the expected, you go beyond your borders. But running networks between countries, writing software in many languages, and financing your projects worldwide can be tricky. IBM is at home in over 140 countries. We can steer you away from trouble and toward opportunity, just as we have for hundreds of other companies. If you're seeking your fortune in the world, there's never been a better time to do business with IBM.
Thanks to Smart Rate from the Discover card, interest charges now have a whole new bottom line. Smart Rate, as low as 14.9%. It pays to Discover.
Outlaw, lover, hero. Van Damme, as you've never seen him before. Nowhere to Run, rated R. At theaters now.
Dear Saturn team members, my name is Judith Reiswig, and I'm a third-grade teacher. After reading the Time magazine article, I decided my new car would be a Saturn. I liked the whole idea of what Saturn was about. It's one of those things I try to instill in my kids. Now, to let you know who you are building that Saturn with the blue-green exterior for, I'm enclosing my school picture. I'm sure if everything I've read is true, I won't be disappointed.
Imagine you're 2 inches tall, and you're walking by these 2 delicious Big Mac sandwiches. Pretty big, huh? Then you see the price. 2 for $2. Pretty small, huh? Of course, the hard part would be reaching the counter. You see, because you're 2 inches tall, and it'd be a lot. Now McDonald's has 2 Egg McMuffin sandwiches for just $2. Due to incredible demand, we're forced to use this mirror to simulate what a second one would look like.
What you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
No, I think this is your best side.
It was like some kind of bad dream. By the time Dad was finished, I was scared to death of buying a car. I've done this 6 times, you guys. I know how these people operate. It would be obvious this was my first time, but it had to be done. The SS Rosie was sinking fast. So while everyone else was spending money, I made some. And when Dad announced he was coming along, I didn't stop him, as if I could have. After a few of those places, I was beginning to think Dad really knew what he was talking about. Scary, huh? Then I had this idea. Going in, Dad says, now don't act too interested. But when I drove the Saturn, that was it. He was supposed to do the talking. But there were no hassles, even over the price. So I bought one. Dad goes, well, it's a good thing you had me along. The thing about Dad is, he likes to feel useful, and that's cool.
Ortega. Chunky is now chunkier. Thick just got thicker. Ortega's new, thicker, chunkier salsa. It's Mex to the max.
For his retirement, Neil McBain had no intention of slowing down. That's why Dean Witter mapped out his financial course with only one goal in mind: victory. Dean Witter.
We measure success one investor at a time.
If I want to keep playing baseball, I'm going to have to keep working. There's no off season anymore. And when I get sore, I take Advil. To last, stick with what works.
Advil, advanced medicine for pain.
I feel Denorex tingling on this side, nothing on the head and shoulder side. I love that tingle, so I tried Denorex for my dandruff. It really came through. The flaking stopped, my scalp doesn't itch.
Denorex with conditioners, the serious dandruff shampoo.
I've switched to Denorex.
No over, not in your mouth. Over,
up and try your call again.
Hoover, is there anything you won't put in your mouth? Here, have a potato chip instead.
Tired of those burnt, spotted, ordinary chips? Now that Lay's has created a chip so perfectly golden, nothing less will do. Today's Lay's. One taste and you'll cash in your old chips.
When most jeans makers look at women, they see men.
I need jeans with a little more room in the hips.
Why else would they keep trying to sell men's jeans to women?
More snug in the waist.
Well, I like a little looser fit in the thighs.
I need jeans designed for a woman.
At Lee, we make jeans that fit the unique contours of a woman's body. Lee Relax Fit Jeans.
Only one minivan's ever been named an Automobile Magazine All-Star 5 years in a row. Dodge Caravan. And Caravan's a 93 Motor Trend Best Buy. So, we're throwing an award celebration sale. Now you can save over $2,100 on this Grand Caravan because we've priced it the same as a regular Caravan. That's 25 extra cubic feet of space at no extra charge.
See your Team Dodge dealer and get the advantage. Advantage Dodge.
Not every juice has the fresh squeezed taste of Tropicana Pure Premium. Unlike some other juices, we use only the highest quality Florida oranges. So naturally those others are going to be green with envy. And we gently squeeze our oranges using only their sweet, juicy centers, which has still other juices seeing red. And since no other major brand comes closer to this than Pure Premium, you're going to find them all feeling a little blue. Tropicana Pure Premium. You just can't pick a better juice.
Get your blood pumping. Hers too. Unless, of course, you stink. You don't have to if you use an Old Spice, because the pump's concentrated, and it puts more power on your pits than the leading aerosol deodorant. So it works. Big time. The proof?
Save your strength.
She's all I need.
The pump from Old Spice.
Don't let the size fool you. Give it a shot.
For great odor protection, demand proof, not promises. Coast, the eye-opener.
In addition to its sleek styling and spacious leather and walnut-trimmed interior, the new Acura Legend Coupe LS has the precision of a 6-speed manual transmission, the sure-footedness of traction control, and the acceleration of a 230-horsepower engine. In the world of luxury automobiles, nothing can touch it.
This is the runaround. You get a lot of it these days instead of service. To not get the runaround, call on your Allstate agent, who promises that after talking with you about your claim,
my loblolly pine's stuck in my roof.
his claims expert will call,
Okay, I'll be right here.
usually in an hour.
Hello? Thanks for
That's why you're in good hands with Allstate.
Everyone's all right. Don't worry about the
Jim was going where no man had ever gone, into the darkest jungles of Malaysia.
Did you find it, Jim?
Yeah.
Thought you could use a cold one.
Great. Ice cold O'Doul's. Not alcohol, and hey, only 70 calories. Just right for a true adventurer like Jim. Jim was going where no man had ever gone.
When you want the refreshing taste of beer without the alcohol, think O'Doul's. It's what beer drinkers drink when they're not drinking beer.
Diet Dr. Pepper, the taste you've been looking for.
Although most human beings instinctively join herds, there are those who simply don't look for safety in numbers. For this rare breed, we offer the '93 Mazda 626 ES. with a V6, an airbag, and ABS. Designed by Mazda, a company known for doing things differently. For drivers who feel the same way. The Mazda 626.
Mazda, it just feels right.
Our 6-inch meatball sub features meatballs and sauce on bread I just baked, all for a low economical price. I won't say how low, but you'll probably find enough in the cushions of your couch.
The 6-inch meatball sub, only $1.69, only at Subway.
Here it is, America's first choice for sports excitement, ESPN. In addition to great sports entertainment, ESPN's information programs keep you in touch with the latest sports news. Don't miss our season-long coverage of Major League Baseball. The greatest sports America has to offer keeps you tuned in to ESPN, like NCAA basketball. Hold on, the hits keep coming. ESPN, the Total Sports Network.
This is ESPN, the Total Sports Network.